What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We're live with the T5S2 Pod 47 finals. We've got a pretty bloody match for you today. This should be a good one. Players are just rolling for attacker defender right now. Just went through their pre-games before the stream started. But we've got over here in the red a stream regular, two stream regulars at this point. If you are deep into the T5S2 series, at least in the Tactical Tortoise server, then you have probably played against one of these players or seen them about, because these are T5S2 extraordinaires. Just make sure their clock is on. Just don't forget to start the clock if you guys are playing.
Yep.
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
We've got over here in the red Kogo back with his favorite Astra Militarum, and an incredibly offensively oriented Astra Militarum list. There is one piece of artillery. I guess you could count the mortar teams. So we'll call it two. There's two mortars, but like those are only half an artillery piece. So it's like two on the aggregate artillery pieces in this particular list. Versus with a ton of melee. 18 Bulgrin and a unit of Adelan Rough Riders. Are you kidding me? This is the most aggressive Astra Militarum list that I think we've seen in the last, 20 years. Versus over here in the blue, I was about to say in the red because they're playing Blood Angels, but Kogo got in first, so he picked red player. We've got John Zoidberg, a.k.a. Flashback, running Blood Angels, taking just a bunch of dudes with power fists, as you do. Got a Land Raider Redeemer, plus 2 Ball Predators, tons and tons of Flamestorm cannons, alongside tons of Death Company Marines sitting in the transports or in Deep Strike. A classic Sons of Sanguinius build, and I think this one's going to be pretty spicy. Let's get a prediction up, by the way, for those folks who are in chat. All right, predictions coming up, everybody. There you go. Get those votes in, everyone. Who is going to win this one? Let's go through some lists as the players are beginning their deployments. Lists are pinned in the video. Also, exclamation point, lists in chat can get you access to those. We've got over here on Kogo's side a big team of Death Corps. We've got a huge brick of 20. Those guys are being attached with a Primera Psyker and a Death Corps Marshal. So this is a pretty classic build, rocking just an enormous amount of survivability, especially for an Astra Militarum unit. Typically, Militarum units are, they're easy to kill, but they are numerous. This time, these Death Corps Kriegers are coming in with their baked-in Feel No Pain. The Primera Psyker also then gives them a 4+ invulnerable save, and they have their meta pack to regenerate units back to the unit as well. So they're incredibly hard to get rid of, and once you get rid of them, you can reinforce the 20 regular Kriegers for 2 CP as well. So that's just a super-duper useful unit to bog down the center of the table. Now, I will say, Blood Angel is probably one of the lists that are gonna just murder these pretty quickly. They have a lot of very high efficiency melee attacks, and that is what you need to get through all 20 of the Kriegers. But waiting in the wings to counter punch there are also these units of Bulgrin and, of course, Lehman Russ Demolishers as well. We've got Gaunt's Ghosts, as we basically always see, as well as Lord Solar Leontis. We do have a platoon command squad as well for Lord Solar Leontis to attach alongside, since they can dual attach into the guard squad in the back here, adding a couple additional mortars to the unit. But most importantly, allowing Lord Solar Leontis to benefit from the team's Master Vox, so he can send his orders to any Astra Militarum unit within 24 inches, which is pretty good. That's very far, in fact. We then have 1 tank commander alongside 2 units of Kadisha Jungle Fighters for some scouts. The 3 Bulgrin squads, looks like running all brute shields on those guys. just to be a hugely powerful defensive force in the middle. They're okay at fighting. They have a 2 damage melee attack, which is solid, but most of the time you want them in there to tank an inordinate amount of damage. -1 damage on them, plus a feel no pain, makes it so difficult to get through that defensive profile, and that just makes the entire unit just an absolute monster to take down. Sure, my data sheets are set up. Okay, they are. Good for me. All right, there's the booger. Had to reactivate them, chat, but we're back. Yeah, so backing those guys up, obviously, are the guns, and essentially what this list wants to do is put a bunch of beef into the center of the table. Not only is it going to be bringing those 18 Bullgrin and the huge brick of Death Core, who are going to be super tough for opponents to actually kill off of objectives. If they do and expose themselves up, they have to do so while dealing with these infiltrators in the center. The infiltrators can move up and prevent enemy infiltration, and then use Lord Solar Leontis' pre-game redeploy to jump them back into a safer position. You can then flood the table with all of this infantry. A lot of it's scouts. We have 2 units of Kadishan Jungle Fighters and a unit of Kazarkin as well to take over the center of the table with that pre-game move. But once your opponent commits in to try to kill those guys, you've got Adelan Rough Riders and 2 Demolisher Cannons to answer them. Lord Solar Leontis makes all of these units significantly more powerful since he has that huge order radius and can buff anything with the orders, including the auxiliary units, so like the Bulgrin themselves, but also he can buff vehicles, which normal commanders, besides the tank commander, I should say, can't do. So those guys are going to be highly efficient. But then obviously we have this huge unit of Adelan Rough Riders who can come in with some pretty tough, pretty devastating melee attacks. You can give them fixed bayonets with the with an order to give them +1 to hit. Those guys are then going to be hitting on 2s with either their Strength 4 lance attacks if you need them to clear infantry from the frag tip, so d6 shots per model, which is potentially an average of 30 or 40 attacks, or the Strength 9 AP4 Melta lance attacks. That's wounding basically the entire game on mostly 2s. We got some 3s and 4s in here on the tougher vehicles, but that should be enough to knock out any of those vehicles that these guys touch. They're also going to be pretty effective against the Death Company Marines. Those guys, especially the unit with Lamartis in them that we'll talk about momentarily, are -1 damage, but getting hit by AP4 attacks that go straight through their armor that are d6 damage, so it can kill them even through their damage reduction, is going to be really scary. So the Blood Angels have to ensure that they don't get just blown apart by this unit coming in, and that unit does have a fairly long threat range. They're pretty high mobility in and of themselves, but they also, on top of that, can get, if they want to eschew fixed bayonets, they can get +3 inches of movement with move. So they can go super far up the table. So good stuff all around from, I guess, to be clear, there is a couple of utility units in this list as well. There is an Earthshaker carriage battery, so just the Basilisk equivalent that doesn't have a chassis, so it's just a 6-wound infantry model instead of being a huge tank. But that's just to add a little bit of indirect fire. That is going to be useful in this matchup because the Earthshaker carriage, being able to slow down enemy infantry, is going to be super important. That's going to make it much more difficult for these units of Death Company that are starting out on the table to be able to aggressively move up with the alacrity that they would normally like to. And it means that Flashback here is heavily incentivized to put all of these units into reserve and into transports, which obviously he was already going to do. But now is forced to put the larger Lamartis unit into reserve as well to prevent that from being messed up by movement reduction effects. Now I think that big artillery piece is just going to go into these little Death Company unit as quickly as possible to knock down their numbers and ensure that they don't get too far up the table. Speaking of Flashback's list, let's take a look at it. This is a very common style of Sons of Sanguinius that we've been seeing getting much more popular over the last couple of months, or the last couple of weeks, I should say, since the January update. So it's been about 2 months that this list has been slowly gaining popularity. It is really making use of that +1 strength bonus that the army got in that update to make strength 8-ish attacks actually punch through larger vehicles. That was a real problem that the list had previously. It wasn't the best on threat range. It had solid punching power, but it wasn't really that much better than a regular Gladius Task Force. And Gladius Task Force also had the benefit of advance and charge from Assault Doctrine. Obviously, Sons of Sanguinius doesn't threat as far, but what it does do is hit much harder. Those Power Fists are all now going to be Strength 10. They have access to Lance from their Stratagem, and you basically will kill the entire world. Anything that doesn't have a solid damage reduction or incredible saves is going to get knocked out by these guys if they touch you. And despite the fact that their threat range isn't super long, a 12-inch move plus a charge is usually good enough that you're going to get into threat range or you're going to get into charge range anyway. So this list in particular is rocking 2 captains with Power Fists. Those guys are attaching into 2 Assault Intercessor squads, which give them wound rerolls when they attack enemies on objectives. That is just makes the unit much better at extremely good at clearing out infantry or enemy, almost anything on an objective. The captains themselves go up to 8 attacks, if I remember correctly, with their Finest Hour, and those go up to Strength 10 as well with the benefit of the detachment ability. So you're getting 8 weapon skill 2 wound re-rolling attacks that have access to another instance of +1 to wound, which is good, it turns out. And then the re-rolling wounds on enemies if they're touching the objective. You also get another 20 chainsword attacks from that unit as well. But for the most part, the captain's in there to kind of be the star of the show, and the Assault Intercessors are just his cheerleaders. We then have 1 chaplain to jump into one of these Death Company units, Lamarties to jump into the other Death Company unit, and the Sanguinor. We're running a 2 10-man Death Company Marines units, 1 with jump packs. That's for Lamarties to jump into to give them -1 damage. 1 just on foot in the Rhino that's in the center of the table there. Alongside the other chaplain, we've got a scout squad and an infiltrator squad for a little bit of utility. Another unit of 5 Death Company with jump packs just as a trading unit, plus 2 ball predators and that Land Raider Redeemer that I mentioned before, adding a lot of anti-infantry shooting and really devastating Overwatch potential from those guys. So not a lot of long-range shooting in this list. It's got a little bit. It'll poke you slowly but surely, I guess, with Hunter-Killer missiles and the long guns on the Redeemer. But for the most part, it's going to get up and close and personal. It's going to fry you with Flamestorm cannons. It's going to disembark and charge you with big, scary Death Company units. And Flashback is really good at piloting lists like this. We've seen he's been on a World Eater's kick for a lot of the edition so far. We've seen him rock the heck out of some really aggressive melee armies, and he said that playing this list is like playing orcs in 9th edition. You're just running forward, and you're and you're smashing face. You're using the fight phase to the best of your ability, and it fits his playstyle really well. So cool to see Blood Angels back on the table, and I'm excited to watch this game play out. Looks like we were just getting to the bottom of deployment here. This mass of Militarum infantry going down across the board from all of these big Blood Angels tanks. I guess it's also important to note that we do have the Sanguinor in this list. The Sanguinor is a little bit of a weirdo. I'll actually pull his data sheet up. It might come into play in this case because we have a fairly aggressive style of list coming out of the Militarum. He's very good against offensive melee enemies, which a lot of times your opponent is going to have to be if you are engaging them aggressively with your own Death Company and your other melee units. He gives you a little bit of benefit on battle shock tests or an aura around him, but most importantly, at the end of your charge phase, he can jump directly into melee out of reserve. Excuse me, at the end of your opponent's charge phase, I should say. So he basically heroically intervenes from reserves directly onto the table. From there, he's a 2+ armor, 4+ invulnerable save, fight firster, so he's going to get to swing first and is relatively tanky against enemies trying to knock him down before he does too much work against them. His melee weapon is fairly good. It does have 8 attacks, which is solid. and devastating wounds, but it doesn't have any wounds bonuses, and he's not charging the turn that he comes out, so he doesn't get the benefit from Lance or anything like that. He's got a solid melee weapon at clearing infantry or medium infantry. It's not super good against heavier targets. A lot of times he can bounce off super hefty stuff, but if you're trying to engage him with, for example, opposing Death Company, he will kill most of the unit before they get to swing. And that just prevents you from making all of the engagements that you really want to be able to. If you aren't significantly heavily armored yourself. And even then, he can do really annoying stuff, like, for example, if you haven't made a very long charge and you're strung out a little bit, or you have some models that aren't in engagement range of your charge target yet, and the Sanguinoir pops into engagement range of them, he can actually force some of your unit to attack him and not your original charge target. And even if he doesn't kill anyone, he can split your attacks to the point that you don't really do that much. Looks like we are rolling to go first here. Astro Militarum with a big 6. To Blood Angels, only a 1, and that is going to be Kogo taking the first turn here. We are on Scorched Earth today, so the players have the ability to burn the objectives in the center of the table. I have a sneaking suspicion that is probably not going to happen too much, although if anyone does it, it might be the Blood Angels, since the Militarum's kind of whole deal is going to be trying to hold on to those objectives for as long as possible. Although it could be that they just try to prevent the Blood Angels' aggression from really being able to get to grips with them and steal objectives away, which could be kind of cute. But burning the objectives in Scorched Earth is a little bit tough. Other than that, it's just 10 victory points a turn for holding 2 objectives, 5 per objective, and second player gets bottom round 5 scoring, which is a little bit to Flashback's advantage. I think that both these players probably pretty happy with the lower victory point scoring on Scorched Earth, rather than playing a big, high scoring mission like Take and Hold, because suddenly they're not really going to be punished for either the Militarum shooting the Blood Angels off of these midboard objectives that are very open on this Dawn of War deployment, and also the Militarum are not going to really be punished too hard for the Blood Angels just charging and meleeing them off of their own objectives themselves. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic to play out. I'm excited to see how it goes, and I will send it over to the player mics to see what's going on.
All right there.
Yeah. Which target will you tempt me with?
Which target do I want to tempt you with? I'm going to say the middle.
The middle?
Yeah, that's the one furthest away from.
Alright, I got all of my orders here. And let's go. Tank Commander tells the Demolisher.
A classic turn 1 capture enemy outpost for Kogo. That is an unfortunate draw right off the bat. Definitely not going to be able to get in on his opponent's deployment zone objective immediately. That's unfortunate, and it feels like it always happens. I know it's just bias, it's just perception, but it always feels like you get a capture enemy outpost turn 1 because it's so devastating when you do it. But also tempting target's not too bad because Kogo has easy access to basically all of the objectives on the map with all those scouts. He's going to really easily be able to get up to wherever Flashback tempts him. So he's just going to have to dedicate an infantry unit to go grab that, which should be easy peasy. It's a 5 easy points. And then I guess he doesn't really get a benefit for burning the objectives, the secondary objectives out of his hand, because Lord Solar Leontis is already giving him command points. But it is... I guess that's one you don't really want to be holding on to for too long, for sure. Get that capture enemy outpost early. At least it can't hurt you later on if you get it out early. Because most Militarum lists aren't really able to take the opponent's objective. I would say that this one might be one of them that could capture enemy outpost if those Kriegers or those Bulgren get across the table. But against a Blood Angels army, I feel like they would be dead at that point.
I'll tell so that's one from Solar is the Demolisher +1 to hit. Second one will be Jungle Fighters to, I think, move.
Okay.
In the middle. And then the third one is going to be to tell my those guys will not be able to come out. Yellow Bullgrin on the right side to move. Well, no, tell the. I think he'll just tell the.
Yeah, at least we didn't get 2 dead draws for Kogo. That would have been brutal. Getting only 1 is just fine for sure. An automatic 5 is a pretty good start. You don't get the god like secure no man's land extend battle lines draw where you get 10 points immediately. But you know, we take what we can get, I think. Nurgle Matt's in chat. What's up, Nurgle Matt? How's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Got a hop in chat tonight.
Look at him go.
I'm excited to see everybody in there. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. It feels like a Friday to me. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm working over the weekend, so my Friday is basically like a Saturday. I'm probably going to sleep for a little bit, and then I'm off to Midgard, the Midgard GT, to live stream all weekend. So anybody who wants to hang out with me, I'm going to be live on YouTube Saturday and Sunday, watching some 40K and commentating some 40K. So please come hang out. Please come chill. I think it's going to be a good time. The event is live over on the YouTube channel. It's also in my calendar, !calendar, if you want to get access to that. Hope to see some of y'all in there.
Should probably measure your threat range out of this thing. So you're going 15 and then charging from there. So yeah, these guys back up a little bit off that wall, off an inch.
Yeah, worried about that. Assault ramp plus disembarkation range threat. The Raider itself only goes 12, but they can disembark 3 inches away from it. Talking about transports once again. I had to remind myself that I already made a transport video because I wanted to talk about transports for a second time in 10th edition.
Objective.
2 days of jury duty selection. Did you get selected, Agent X? What was the case about? Can you tell me?
I don't believe you can burn turn.
Last time I got selected, or I got put up for jury duty. They told me it was a potentially racially motivated like crime, and I was like, oh boy. Probably not unbiased in that case. And they're like, okay, fair enough.
6.
Woo!
And then charging from there, 3. So, okay, so I'm just gonna scoot.
No selection.
Bullgrin's kind of up here.
It would be interesting to do it, right? It feels like something that would be
Should
cool
pick
to do
up
at least
my
once.
horses, put them in
Although it would
first.
suck to just like
If I was
sort
a
of have to
player,
sit there for a
I'd
while
do
and
that.
not get paid.
Fine.
Or they give you like $15 a day or whatever. What a time.
Hide back here. Let's pick up this. There's a wall there, right? Yeah. That's cool. Right, so
Ooh,
24.
Second Amendment questions. What a time.
It's right there.
Yeah, I feel like I would fall asleep. I was really bad about staying awake in school, so
Looks good.
And then
kind of imagine it would be like a school class.
whoa. Drawing weird shit.
I have no idea. I don't remember how to make
An insurance claim.
So there's
I feel like it's hard not to be biased
there.
against the insurance companies, right?
I think these
I feel like I would be wildly biased in that situation.
I can move through my own shit. That's right.
Yep. It's not vehicles, they're vehicles, or vehicles, they're monsters, or percent.
So if I just blow up this rhino, and that's just a regular foot company. So you jump out 3, you would then move 6 and then charge off there. So you'd be at 18. All right, so that'd be a slightly more difficult charge. So let's do 4.
Let's go
1 is
tank
5,
commander.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, that's just the normal Luminous. And he's taking aim. I don't know, Rhino.
Oh, is this? I don't feel good about this for some reason.
I feel like that's not going to be good for you.
About this. I can see you there.
Oh, you
I
can
have the
peel back and
spotlight on me
also
right there.
take out a
Am
Ball
I with an
Predator, too?
18? Oh, just out.
Yeah.
Don't feel good about that. You know, I
yeah,
don't.
no Meltas. Sad.
If I don't, then you will come up here and stage, and then the next turn, go to town.
And knocking the
Do I strike
transports
you as
out here
somebody
feels
who would
good.
stage them?
Yeah.
Oh.
You do.
Oh.
Yes, you do.
I've been found out.
And again, your 18 inches is right there. So I just want to scoot. Hold on, before I do that, oh man, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about that. I don't think I should do that. I don't think killing the rhino is worth it.
It is definitely a high risk, high reward play.
Yeah.
Like if you pop it, then you can put your Earthshaker into Foot Death Company and they move 4. But
Yeah, and then you can. Yeah, just don't forget about that. So in this case, then they're jumping out 3, and then 6 is 9, and then charging off there, which is 21 from there. Okay, so yeah, so that guy there. I think it's going to move up. Advance, whatever.
I feel like I don't know.
I
feel
can
like there's a way we
participate.
could get line of sight and
I think
Meltas
down
onto
here
the.
with at least the last cannon and some other shit if I
Rhino.
have to.
It's definitely. Your ears perk up anytime you get a chance to shoot a T9 vehicle with a Melta. You're like, I win on 4s? I don't win on 5s? I'm not fishing for big numbers? This is the best thing ever. Let's go.
Solar.
Definitely understand that. Man, if we could knock 2 tanks here with the 2 tank commanders, like right off the bat, that would feel very good for the Astra Militarum.
Fine.
That's a lot of sad, slow boy rhinos.
Ingress coming my way.
is the advantage of going second?
At some
I
point.
get the first rapid ingress.
Oops. Don't need to throw that guy around.
That's a good point. Delicious rapid ingress.
I don't think.
Although it is, you do have to screen aggressive drops a little bit more, but going second, that is a little bit tougher, but not so much if the only drops that you're screening are just Cyclops demolition vehicles. You're not really that worried about it. Those guys are just going to be there to do actions. And we have those and the Gaunt's Ghosts who can hop up and down to grab some points, grab some secondaries.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right.
Or 18, 12, 24, and however fucking far 100 goes.
24 plus D6, so it's 30 maximum from kind of where you are. If you
Yeah,
straight line.
it has a medley of profiles.
All right, just going to screw it up a wee bit to at least the 30. I don't know what I'm doing with these guys. Doing the cha-cha back and forth.
Sure.
Those dudes are there. Those dudes are there. All right, I think that's everything there. I got guys in the middle doing tempting target. No way I can do the other one. Let's shoot guns.
All right.
So let's shoot this tank commander at that ball predator. I will shoot
So tank commander at the
This-
ball in the corner.
ball predator. Yep. And I'll shoot the supercharged plasma and hunter killer.
I'm getting cover from both of them. Yeah, I'm gonna armor of contempt that boy.
Your arm contempt. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Number of demolisher cannon shots. Oh, great start.
Feeling pretty good with the armor of contempt now.
Hitting on 3s.
Let's see if it continues.
Wounded on 3s. 2 of them.
All right.
AP3.
4-ups. Pass one, fail one. Damage.
Last one, fail one. Damage is going to be 3.
Cool.
And then I have a laser cannon that hits, a laser cannon that does not wound, hunter killer that hits, hunter killer that also does not wound. Oh, great, guys.
T-Dog with the
You wanna
sub.
release
Thank
your
you so
turns,
much.
huh? And then supercharged plasma is 4.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Also on 3s.
Hope you're having a good one.
Come on, gentlemen. And 5s. Shoot your target. That was bad. That was very bad. I'm not even worried about the stubber.
I'm pretty happy about that.
That was terrible.
Smoke
I think I got to
screen.
shoot this.
Doing some
demolisher,
work
other
there.
one,
Dang.
for the ball predator, the las cannon.
It
And-
would have been good to get both shots on target. Only one of those things can smoke screen.
Yeah.
I feel like a demolisher can's got a pretty good shot at knocking out whatever doesn't have -1 to be hit.
And it misses.
That feels bad though.
And
Smoke screen's
killer
definitely a
is-
killer for Militarum. Maybe outside Lehman Russ battle tanks, but their AP sucks, so it doesn't really matter to us so much.
4 up.
There comes the fort.
Nail it. What's the damage?
Damage is a 4.
Cool. Down to 4.
And that will. Shit, this guy.
If you want to move them forward,
Oh
you
man, my brain is not working.
if you were like constantly talking about moving them forward. If you want to shuffle them forward, you can, dude.
No,
This is a
that's
pod
fine.
final.
That's
I wasn't
Hey,
gonna
Darren,
Overwatch.
pod
it
47.
It doesn't change where I
Nope.
would have put my save.
Nope. Nope. Not doing
Okay.
it. I just ain't gonna do it.
Okay.
I
Amen.
just ain't gonna do it. I don't have to get that kill this turn. That thing's gonna roast some jungle fighters. That's cool. Where do I stick the slowdown gun? Kind of want to put it on those Death Company. Wow. I think that probably makes sense. Can I pick up a spare on this ball predator? Are you gonna be? Oh, you popped AFC on that thing. So no.
Yeah.
You can save it on 3. All right, I'm gonna shoot
Three.
the.
It's a 3-up armor save. It's a predator chassis.
I will put it into those Death Company, the 5-man right there.
Okay.
So D6 plus 3, so 4, because blast 6 shots total. Going from 5s to 4s to 3s, back to 4s, because indirect. I got 1 lethal, because we're winning on 2s. Still just got 1. So 2 at AP2, 2 damage.
2 at AP2 goes to AP1 for cover. 4-ups. Make them both.
Good to go. They are slowed, though. So I'll put this little guy right here for you.
Oh, you got a token already. Cool.
And then I will do 2 mortars into your scouts.
Okay.
For 7, 8, 9 total. Because of blast.
Powerful.
I got +1 to hit, but I moved. So I think I'm back to 5s. Yeah, because it's 5 going to 4s, and then eating erect is 5s. No lethals because I moved. And then wounding on 3s. That's 2 of them, no AP. Your
Okay.
scouts.
3-ups. We're good.
Well, that was and then I can shoot my Gaunt's Ghost at the ball predator. That within range. I got a sniper rifle and I got try hard brag. Let's hit that sniper rifle. Oops, sorry. That is a hit. That is a lethal hit because I did not move. That is EP2 and flat 4.
This is where to where?
This is downtown from Gaunt's Ghost into that ball predator.
Okay.
So
3 up.
EP2 with the AOC is back to your 3 up, right?
We're good.
You're good. And then let's try hard brag with his autocannon. He hits on 5s going to 4s. So I got 1 lethal, strength 9. So 1 at AP1, flat 3.
We're good.
You're good. Well, I think that's going to be all she wrote here.
Okay.
So I will score 5 on tempting target and throw away capture enemy outpost and turn it over to you.
All right. Let's see what I got. Oh, before I do that. Oh, pass time to me.
Oh, yeah.
Make my moments token real fast.
Yikes. That ball predator need to go. I'm in danger.
I'm not upset that it lived. Let's see what I get. I get to do battle shark for that ball pred. I don't know. Strats on, so we're just gonna dry roll it. We're good. I've got cleanse and defend stronghold. Can't get that turn 1. Recycle into storm. I also can't get that. Into engage on all fronts. Cool. Just get. Just be pitching both of these this turn. for C. Let's see. Let's go ahead and advance my scouts. Going 8 inches. This fella. Go see him. They'll do something like that. Company are 12 inches off those guys. This is an easy 2-inch charge. That gives me cool. Just stage. Shoot you. Stage and shoot is probably the decision to throw these guys into this turn. And they could just stand there menacing. Let's go ahead and advance my Rhino. Ooh,
Oh.
6.
Fast boy.
Big 6. Rhino's just gonna go.
Yeah, it's top scene. It's
Nine
top
to
16
here.
for the
I'm gonna
invitational
spend,
chat.
I don't know if I'm forced to
Things
rotating
usually
it, so-
typically like shake up in the last month or so. So, and occasionally there are some drops. I never take a spot if I'm top 16. And there, not everyone usually takes it. So like top 18 is okay to get in. But obviously, you want to be in that top 16 at the end of the season in order to lock in your spot.
Yeah.
This ball print is going to do something
Oh, T-Dog at 22. Ooh boy, that's a close one. You can make it. I believe in you.
ball print advancing.
We will be doing shortly here. I don't have it scheduled, but we will be doing another in-server GT, so for people to get some big scores in as well if they want that before the end of the season. I had promised it when the data slate happened, but then everyone else scheduled their GTs, and I didn't want to compete. But now we've got some time. We got some space. We got some breathing room.
There, just so you can see those jungle fighters give the business. So the objective, make you do something about it.
The business.
When do Gaunt's Ghosts do their teleporty Gaunt's Ghost thing?
At the end of your turn, assuming they're not in engagement range of something.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and roll and advance my infiltrators.
Next slate's gonna be fun for Adeptus Mechanicus. Yeah, hey man, the next data slate's gonna be wild.
Space
Like,
City, it's out.
There's nothing, besides maybe like, I don't know, Catan shards or something that you can point at to be like, wow, this needs to be changed and the whole game's gonna be different. Like, I don't know what it's gonna do. It could do nothing because I think the game's at a pretty okay spot right now, or they could do a big shakeup. Be sweet. Rumors that the AdMech army roll gets unlocked in No Man's Land. Whoa! So you get like either of the benefits that's active. That's sick. That'd be really good. Hot damn. New missions? Maybe. Honestly, I think like I could see some primary missions switching up. I would like to see it like reiterations on the current missions. Especially like some of the secondaries need to get reworked for sure. But the new primaries would be kind of cool. I think there are lots of good examples of primaries that are like an interesting idea, but maybe not executed perfectly. And if we got a reiteration on those, I think that'd be great. Imagine a servo skills that wasn't a convoluted mess that was hard to play and also bad. Oh, disembarking an assault intercessor squad. Let's see that captain get slapping. Pick it outside GW to have capture enemy outpost not be scored turn 1. Yeah. Just redraw it. Just make it cycle. Also bring it down. Bring it down. Discard if you don't have any vehicles in your army. Alpha Omega that isn't worded weird, yeah. Also, that mission kind of sucks anyway.
I don't know how long it would pause for. I don't press any buttons that pause the clock.
Yeah, I
don't know what button pauses the clock, so
Fine.
entirely could have.
D&D Dominant hates servo skulls. I published a video. It's out for patrons right now. I actually didn't put it on the main channel. I just put it out for patrons and channel members. But I published a video about all the idiosyncrasies of servo skulls and why people hate it so much. Spoiler alert, some of it's because they're probably playing it wrong. And also, some of it's because the TOs play it with really broken mission combinations. And also, one of the really broken mission combinations is in the stupid Leviathan packet. Get that out of there. What are you doing?
That's all my move.
So yeah, there are problems with the mission, but I think it's a fine mission. I don't want to say it's good. I think it's fun and cool, but
Big gun.
it's definitely like okay if you play it like with the right combination.
On twos. Okay, 6 AP2 damage 2.
And ignores cover, right?
Excuse me. Yeah, all the flamers in this army ignore cover.
So to
These poor catechins.
I'll lose
They
those.
brought the flamer, but they weren't
All
ready
right,
for the
heavy
flamer.
flamers.
They're gonna receive a
5
flamin'.
shots. When you go on threes. 3 AP1 ignore cover.
For AP1, I get 6 here.
Yeah, Search and Destroy servo skulls should never have been in the packet. That one's
I
it's
didn't-
really
I didn't say
broken.
the hunter killer's going into
That one and Sweeping Engagement are both really broken. But the combination that's like hidden supplies,
all hit with
Crucible servo skulls is actually kind of cool. And that one's unironically, I think is pretty fun.
I lose him.
Would you like to respond to the unit?
Nope. Good job, guys. You did absolutely nothing.
Proud of them. My scouts are going to be starting the cleanse action. If I take control of the middle, then cool. If not, then also cool. What's it? Regional fronts, yeah. That's called a CP. I gotta roll the hunter killer. Doesn't wound. Cool. Let's go to the next ball, Pred. It'll pop its hunter killer at the demolisher. It's putting everything else into the jungle fighters.
Yeah, we did all the math, Valdor, at one point. That was definitely eye-opening. I think the other one is like the Sweeping Engagement one's like less egregious, but it's also really like it's equally stupid. If both players move all of the objectives every turn on Sweeping Engagement, the first player just scores twice as many points as the second player does. Like, what? Because the objectives just start closer to the second player. Like they start in scoring range for 6 points, which is an arithmetic that should not have worked out.
Dead on the catechins.
It's funny when you sticky an objective and you put it can't stop it from auto moving. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Heavy flamers.
It's definitely a mission that encourages mobility, which I think is kind of interesting because all the missions sort of encourage mobility.
AP1s.
Um,
6s.
so I don't know if it's actually doing like a as much of a different thing in the book as they really wanted you to, because playing tacticals in general encourage fast lists.
Nope.
Got a cleanse engage on all fronts from flashback here, but it doesn't look like he's going to be engaging on all fronts unless we get a big huge charge with these intercessors. That'd be nice. Did that in the game we played. Was that the Demons game?
Captain and friends are charging the castle kit.
Alrighty.
They need a 6.
Did we play to servo skulls that game? That's a tough one for Demons because they just like they get movement blocked so easily. I think that's just rough for them on kind of a matchup level. Oh yeah, the Blood Crushers. Yeah. It's much different, I think, I guess that's like classic Skitarii Hunter cohort stuff. It's like, oh, it's different depending on who goes first. Like, yeah, that's what my detachment does. My detachment says I probably win if I take the first turn. But I did kill all of them, so good on Blood Crushers, I guess. That was a fun game. I enjoyed that game very much.
So for the pile in, this guy's just gonna do like that.
Okay.
So now we're all touching you,
Any
just
more
to make sure. What's that?
Any more charges?
That's it.
Start of the
The
fight phase. Shoot, did I put my?
Oh, melt a mine.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Is he within 3 to blow you up with a mine? He is.
Melt a mine, get
With a
him.
mine.
Sure.
On a 2+, you take D3. Take 3 mortal wounds.
Get
Okay.
wrecked, assault
Fair deal.
intercessors. Sad to see Kazurkin get wiped out this quickly, but, you know, somebody had to do it, I guess.
We're popping Red Rampage Finest Hour.
We'll just pop the finest hour immediately with the captain. It's like, it's fine. We have like 16 full
Dono.
rerolling attacks, but we'll pop finest hour just in case.
And there's
It is end of battle round now, too. It's like a bit of an idiosyncrasy with rights of battle. You almost always like use the rights of battle if you're going second, like windmill slam as soon as you can use it, because it resets the next turn. So he's just immediately able to auto use like an armor of contempt on the swing back too.
So I'm saving on 6s. I saved 2.
Overkill, the best kind of kill.
And a dev wound? Or is that a dev wound?
technically that would happen in the end because that
Okay.
the full squad has to activate first, but
Yep.
it will happen. All hits from the sergeant. All wounds from the sergeant. 4 more AP2 damage too.
6s. I lose 3 more.
All right, 3 remaining Kazurkin.
And then I've got.
You guys will be
15
fine. You're definitely not about to
sword
be
attacks.
annihilated by a bunch of chainsword guys.
Please.
Hey, Darren, have a wonderful sleep, my guy. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you around. Thanks for popping in.
And 2s. That's going to
7?
be 10 more AP1s.
These are 5s. Oh, look, I'm dead.
Hey, we got them.
And I'll spend 2 CP. And
Oh, but we had the CP to respawn them. Let's go, Kazurkin. Reinforcements are arriving.
Okay.
We'll just pile these idiots towards the objective, or pile him towards the objective, and towards the objective. Can't fit there. That's fine. He'll stay where he is. Make sure I'm not losing coherence here. That's that. I'm gonna score 3 on cleanse, pitch engage for a CP, call it a day.
Okay. Before the end of your turn, I'll pick up Gaunt's Ghost up in the sky.
Kazurkin and Strategic Reserve here, I guess hilariously, can kind of just like jump in and vaporize the Assault Intercessors. I imagine what they do is they may pop in the corner and try to finish off the Predator, potentially. Cool thing about the Kazurkin 2, chats, they can order themselves, and because their order is an ability, it's not a targeted, they're not being targeted by an officer, they can actually use it when they're in reserve.
That is correct.
And so now we get spicy.
Yeah, spicy
Now
meatball.
we get spicy. Of course, I get flame before I do that, but that could be fine. And then you're gonna rapid ingress a bunch of boys, so I gotta be mindful of that.
Great play around of Rapid Ingress. I'm going to be honest, I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I think Rapid Ingress is such a cool inclusion in 10th edition. It not only forces you to play, you know, it allows people to play more aggressively or reserve more aggressively and reserve melee units that they normally wouldn't be able to really do much in previous editions. But it also then creates this like these overlapping like layers of mind games. You know, do I screen the Rapid Ingress? Are you going to Rapid Ingress this turn? Am I going to give you a good avenue to Rapid Ingress? Like I can aggressively screen it or let you do it, and in an awkward position. Like you can force people to Rapid Ingress into weird places. It's one of the most powerful stratagems in the game, but I think probably I would say like the single best inclusion, at least of new stratagems, I guess. I don't know if I want to say it's the best rules change for 10th edition, but it definitely like changes the face of the game in such a huge way that it's super cool. Rapid Ingress and Heroic Intervention. Yeah, old heroic intervention was so janky though. I do appreciate that it's a little bit more straightforward now. I kind of still don't love it, to be honest. It definitely is a skill cap, but it being like 2 CP and only usable on certain units makes it kind of weird. The times where it comes into play are super cool, and it's definitely a better version of the rule than previous versions, for sure. It's such a good update.
Oh, did you not? Why does it say blue command phase?
I don't know.
All right, so
I thought maybe that's it. Maybe I just forgot to press the button.
Yeah.
I thought I did, but
okay.
I figured it.
Soviet. All right, I gotta do orders. I think
it is weird that the red army is playing the blue side too. It could be.
Yeah, tank commander tells demolisher get +1 to hit.
Kind of confusing.
Solo tells tank commander +1 to hit.
So do we see the Kriegers sort of commit in this turn? We're getting Kazarkin back out of reserve, which is kind of sweet. What did we draw today? Area Denial, Defend Stronghold. We do have a good outlet for Area Denial. I think there might be a position where we can put the Bulgrin with a charge into like this Ball Predator, but then also be Holy N6 of the middle. I think that could potentially be the case, which would be cool. Defense Stronghold's a little bit tougher, especially with the amount of like Blood Angel's aggression that's about to be pounding in on this the Militarum home here. I think we may see the Death Corps just push out to try to mitigate some of the aggression there. This game is like on such a knife's edge too. Interestingly, I guess the one thing that the Bulgrin have to watch out for is Sanguinor jumping into the center if they charge in. So maybe we don't score it with those guys. But one good shooting phase, like a good charge that extends a little bit farther into the Militarum lines than they were expecting, and defeats their screens and gets into the heart of the army, can eviscerate them. But on the flip side, a good shooting phase from Militarum can absolutely flip the Blood Angels like game plan on its head right now. So it's definitely going to be, this round here is going to be the make or break, and then we're going to see players kind of pick up the scraps, and I think it's going to be a bloody round. I think we're going to see a lot of Blood Angels die this turn, but I think on the swing back, those reserves are going to come in, and we're going to see a lot of Militarum die.
He'll tell the Earthshaker +1 to hit, and that will...
I love that this Militarum army is aggressive as it is.
So,
I don't know if the Bulgrin really want to be here. I mean, they're cheap enough, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But they are oftentimes of questionable usefulness or questionable survivability against the army made entirely of high strength flamers and like chainsword attacks that get +1 to wound and full rerolls. It's kind of the perfect
like
counters to the Bulgrin defensive stat line. But on the flip side, they're okay at Via Fighting Death Company, I guess. Not Lamarty's unit, but the regular guys they're okay at doing. Armor of Contempt kind of beats them too.
See there.
But these Rough Riders are going to be cool.
Bulgrin with a 9-inch move.
Move on the Bulgrin. I wish they had access to an additional AP in melee. I feel like that's what the unit really wants. Their strength and damage characteristics are pretty solid, but their AP1 really hurts. It's like they're shooting a crappy gun. Measuring out for a Kazarkin drop, potentially.
Okay.
It's an aggressive move from the Lehman Russ as well.
Oh, that's right. Where
It's actually a little bit farther forward than I would expect to put them, because I think we're worried about that jump Death Company unit just popping in somewhere in the center and getting a charge over, or the Rhino unit from popping out and getting in, because if we don't kill enough of these flamers, Flashback does have the firepower to clear out the screens before he goes into charge with his ground pounding units.
Yeah, I just want to stay, I guess, just outside of your 12, I suppose, which is in the shrubbery.
Sure.
Oh, no, it's not. Stick it in there. These guys have 9ers. Where are my good guns? Can I get another? If I'm there, just as at a year 12, then I can 12 melting gun you. Okay, so melting guns are out. Plasma guns can participate. However,
There you go.
plasma guns can participate.
Kogo's here like, yeah, you could Overwatch to flamestorm me with the long gun, with the long flamer, but I just get +1 to hit. If you Overwatch me, I just get more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
It's not like a purple.
Plus, this Primaris Psyker is no slouch. I made a whole video about Primaris Psykers and how insane they are. That guy might just kill this entire Scout Squad by himself.
Yep. Off of the central side. Move is what it is. So I can do that there and that there. And then I have Redeemer. I have them there. I'm going to stick a guy here. On a 6.
Oh, these
Yeah,
Bullgren
check
are
the
going
scratch
for it.
On those homies. So where am I going to live off of? I could live here. Well, that's going to be an issue there. If I do that. 3 CP. I am also too far away there. So can we do that?
Had a game where a Primaris Psyker killed an entire unit of Jakari jetbikes to the psychic attack in his power weapon. Yeah, he's so good. It's so funny that
9.
the Primaris Psyker is so much better at doing psychicking than a Primaris Librarian. I guess that Primaris Librarian spent too much time learning the Dewey Decimal System and not enough time learning how to destroy people's heads with his brain. He's so strong. I just love that, like, almost basically any Space Marine Battle Psyker, besides maybe the Brotherhood Librarian, is significantly worse than this, like, one little, like, Astra Militarum dude that they stick in Deathcore units to give them a shield. It's, like, it's conceptually hilarious. I love it. But I'm here for it. I mean, this guy's got a 1 in 6 chance of just killing himself every time he shoots. Why not? Let's go.
Roll job. Yeah, we're doing it. Doing it live. Just touch that objective. That is everything on the board. Now, I have a little Cyclops guy.
Aw, look at him.
Where's that 9 inch?
What a cutie pie.
Close.
He's too small.
So this should all still be screened in my backfield. You're not coming back here and bothering nobody. There's a tiny little hole. You can fit a 10-man in there. And I have a hole here I have to plug. So I do that with the Gaunt's Ghosts. Actually, if I put Gaunt's Ghosts here, then they can get punched. That could be okay. Oh, the clock stopped again. What's going on?
That's very weird.
Why is it doing that? Oh, man. Where am I going to shoot from?
It's probably when they put the
I got to
auras on
defend
the
stronghold,
tanks.
and I have to.
It shares some of the
carry
key
denial. That's right.
key bindings with the
So,
aura
they
manipulation.
have to do that thing.
Can pass the time
Yeah,
back and
keep
forth
this
by
guy
accident.
Back for another turn.
My co-commentator's here, by the way.
Just put
See if she
that
wants to say anything.
Gaunt's Ghosts
Anything to say to chat?
coming right here. Get my better gun
No.
and my
not
sniper rifle out. And then just block the rest of this off. Yeah, okay. All right. That is the movement phase.
Cool.
Anything from you? Or should I continue?
No, you can go ahead.
All right. So, what happens first, I think, is this tank commander that was in range of this. That thing will shoot everything at the Rhino.
Cool. I will pop Armor of Contempt.
Okay.
What's it hitting on?
Ooh, plasma cannon
Threes.
sponsons. That's cool. Get that
That thing's
longer
already
range
fired.
sponson guns.
It's up nuclear, yeah.
Yep. Doing it. Popping Armor Contempt.
I'm definitely popping Armor of Contempt. Thinking about popping Smoke also, just to guarantee that it, more or less guarantee that it lives. What else do I see? This turn. Turn. Yeah, I'm gonna Armor of Contempt Smoke.
Armor and smoke.
Keep the Rhino alive.
Keep the Rhino alive. Okay. Battle cannon shots. Oh, God, come on, guys.
No, not like
Shoot
this.
your guns better. This is on.
Jeez.
Oh, that's brutal.
That is
Okay,
brutal.
enough.
Sometimes you just gotta laugh at the dice. Oh yeah, and there goes the last cannon, doing a bunch of nothing.
Excellent.
And here comes a supercharged plasma. Oh, I owe you hazardous left from last time. I'll do
Sure.
that. Goodness gracious, fellas! You can't hit a broadside of a barn. One of them, AP3.
1 AP3, save on a 4. Fail it, 2 damage.
Yep, and I take 1 hazardous from this time. Yeah, and I did roll the extra one, so I just
Brutal.
take the 3.
That was brutal to watch.
And I'm not even worried
Smoke
about
is
the heavy stubber.
just giving
Ah.
them troubles.
These guys suck at shooting.
Might have been
They
a
suck
CP
much
reroll on that shot count there.
At shooting.
Who knows?
Next will be the Demolisher. We'll put, I put it with an 18 of the other ball pred. Yeah, at least that's his intention. What I moved him to. Yeah, should be it.
Sure.
So he shoots everything at that ball predator.
Sounds
He
good.
used the defensive strats, yeah. So he's
See if
shields
this
down.
guy can do better with his big gun. He can.
Should knock it.
He also hits on 3s.
Oh,
And he wounds on 3s.
Well,
Oh, so many failed wounds. Just
that wasn't
3 of
great.
them.
5 ups. Take 2.
Take 2. Damage is a 4 and a 1.
Down to
Get a
6.
reroll on the one, maybe?
Do I want to reroll this 1? I have 3 CP. I think I will reroll the 1.
Ayo.
Into a 5.
There we go.
So,
So that's 9 damage. Yeah, down to 2.
yeah. And the last cannon is a miss.
Cool.
And the multi-meltas. Jesus Christ, guys. You can't shoot shit. One of them, AP4.
All right, do we get the 6? The 6 to crush all the dreams. No.
Fail it. Damage.
Ooh. Oh, got him! Got him
2.
exactly.
Okay.
Cool. That's what he needed. Doesn't
That's enough.
A
explode.
prophetic reroll on the 1 there. Exactly got him. All right, well,
Let's shoot
that's something at least.
trigger block. Scouts.
Sure.
Let's do this. I will supercharge my plasma, and I'll supercharge the Psyker. So here's supercharged Psyker mine bullets. Only for 5 plus 1 for blasted sticks total. I hit on 3s. And it's strength 6 with dev wounds, so wounding on 3s. So that's 1 dev wound for 2 damage and 3 saves. AP2, 2 damage.
Does it ignore copper?
It does not.
Cool. So 5 ups. So I'll take 2. So that's
And then
3
the
guys
2
dead
dev
so far.
yeah, 3 guys dead. Yep. And then We have the plasma.
Primaris Psyker, everybody. Such a
you
badass.
Rapid, so these are 2 rapid firing.
Cool.
These are supercharging. They hit on 4s. They wound on doses. That's 3 more. Saves at 8.
So I think I'd like to see the Ulgrin, the Bulgrin actually. I wish we had shot this Ball Predator or something. Killing the Rhino would have been amazing, but I didn't know there were not multi-meltas in the sponsons there. I kind of hope that the Bulgrin charge the Rhino over here and try to ring it to prevent the foot Death Company from getting out and getting into the Luminous Demolisher. If they can prevent their area of disembark, I think that's going to be a big deal. Or stop them from having good disembarks.
I need to... Let's see, throw that grenade.
Looks like it's probably a 6 or 7 inch
Bulgrin
charge, though.
Throw a grenade at the Ball Predator that's on 4 wounds. Oh, wait, I got 2 CP, right? Yeah, I got 2 CP. So that means I'll have to... I have to hit some longer charges now without that cover. I think we're rolling that damage. Well, actually, I got you right on the money, so I think that was worth it. And then I just want to slap you. Otherwise, I won't. Nothing else I can really do there. Yeah, grenades on 4+ is mortal wounds, right? I just need to roll. Oh, I can do maximum of 6?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's throw that grenade.
Ooh.
So 6 dice.
Oh, no!
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, these dice are brutal!
Yikes.
Chat!
Yikes.
Oh, why?
Yikes. I don't think...
Oh, man.
Well,
Literally
fine.
nothing on the Predator there.
That's right,
That's
indirect.
disgusting.
That
is how you say big oof.
Slowdown gun into those Death Company Marines again.
Sure.
Did we fail to kill a single
That
one
is
last
5
turn,
plus
too?
4 is 9 total. 5s to 4s to 3s
Yeah, these
to
dice
4s.
are brutal to
With
watch.
lethals, 2s to wound. 3 saves. AP2, 2 damage into those Death Company.
Fail 1. 1 dies.
Hey, finally killed him.
I killed him until he died from it. And then I might as well put the 2 mortars into that same unit.
Dag42, thank you for the
now it's
follow,
just
my
8
guy.
because I killed somebody.
Thanks for coming and hanging out.
It is they're not ordering themselves, so heavy.
Watch somebody
that's
leaving
5s.
the house
And
forgetting
then
to put pants on.
3, so 2 more, 0 AP, 1 damage each.
It's like watching one of those
Good. Back to me.
videos where somebody tries to do a skateboard
I
trick
think
off a
that's
rail.
All the guns that I might as well shoot some last sniper rifle and autocannon at the
Yeah. It's a classic
giant,
Bulgrin move. They just tried to hit the
unit.
Predator with the grenade instead of throwing it.
That's not a wound.
The Marshal back here is like, no,
Bragg.
no.
Cannon. All misses.
You have to prime it.
Supposed
You have to
have
prime the grenade, you big idiot.
Touchdown, last charge. Horses charge your assault intercessors.
We might hate Militarum artillery chat, but we don't hate Kogo, and we don't hate Kogo's classy melee Astra Militarum list. We root for the classy melee Astra Militarum list. This list has like 5 melee units in it.
Stick them there.
Well, remember, when you're moving people in, they have to go into base space if they can.
Yeah. I will.
It's like this guy could have gone into base space in here. Some others could, and then because they're gonna be in here, you're gonna have to have others come around this side.
All right, then. Yeah. I'll just do that. Like that.
Yeah, he should have been.
That's like 2.
If only he was a Dark Tide Ogren, he would have gotten that tank for sure. He would have thrown big rock, big friendly rock.
And I think nobody else can get into base to base.
I would agree with that.
Now,
Dark Tide just got a content update today too, right?
Seven was just
Kinda
a little bit
crazy.
too far to stop.
Someday, everyone will not play Helldivers for a hot minute and actually remember what Dark Tide's like.
so they're all coming to town.
All right, maybe we see a charge from Red onto the Rhino. You lose area denial, but you also gain not being eradicated by a Death Company Marine squad. I don't know. We'll see.
On 6 is too far, and I can't afford to re-roll that. Right? Yeah, it's too far. I mean, like
Oh, going with the Deathcore squad. That would have been nice.
But I can't charge those dudes now.
Things are getting
Oh man,
a little
I think
spicy.
I messed up. I made mistakes. I made mistakes. I made mistakes.
The Servo Skulls mission in Darktide, to be fair,
Made
takes
mistakes.
like an hour. It takes so long. You have to wait for that dumb Servo Skull to walk around. At least they move faster in 40k. Those ones are annoying.
No, I cannot. You're fully outside that circle. Okay. I have to be wholly within there, right?
Yeah, area now is wholly within.
It's wholly within. The other one is just touch a toe. Do I try to pick up the ball predator? And then, yeah, let's see what happens when Death Company go into Bulgrin. That could be fun. Yeah, I think these Bulgrin just got to charge that wounded ball predator.
Brutal.
6.
Those Death Company,
I've
I
done
don't
it.
think are going for the Bullgrin. I think they're going for the Demolisher. And I think it's going to be dead.
No,
Although,
I
to be
can't
fair,
go.
maybe that's a fine trade. I don't
might
know.
have to go there. I think it goes there.
But Lamarty's unit is like an absolute, just a blender of Bulgrin profiles. They don't like take any damage from them, and they do so much damage in return.
These Bulgrin into your
And I think he's going to be kind of disgusting.
guys. The horses charged. 5.
We could also see a Sanguinor intervention here. I think the Sanguinor actually is kind of what we want in this situation. The Sanguinor is extremely good at killing the Rough Riders. We said he's not very good at killing the Bulgrin, but he can kind of annoy them. We could do the thing in this situation where he pops in on the back of the Bulgrin and siphons a bunch of their attacks. But if he hops into the Rough Riders, he actually probably kills half the unit, or more than that even. He might kill 6. Oh, here he comes! The great man himself. What a photo scan this is. Kudos to the painter. It looks like it was originally a nice model, and then TTS has had its way with it.
So he's not vibrating on that horse's base. So if I put the Sanguinor right here, that's going to make most of your Bulgrin have to pile into him and not into my Assault Intercessors.
Yeah.
That seems good. Yeah. I think that's probably the best spot that I can slap him down and still be able to interact with those horsies. Let's see, is there... I do.
The annoying thing for the Sanguinor seems like popping in and hitting you is already bad, but if he died immediately afterwards, that would be one thing. But he's like hard to kill too. 7 wounds on a 4+ invuln is like, why? You have to shoot like actual guns at him to get rid of this guy. He's very silly. Very silly little man.
Cool. So he'll pop down right there. He's gonna engage range of horses, so he'll stab horses a bunch.
Okay.
And he has fights first, so he will fight first.
Yep.
No, what's the toughness of the horses?
4.
4? Okay, cool. So this is going to be 2s and 3s. 3s. Hey, 3,
That
AP3
could
on
have
the
been
horses.
worse. That could have been worse.
AP3 on my horses on my 4+ save means I don't get saves.
Okay, just
So 1.
2 damage each.
Yep, no, 2 wounds each. 2. And
I might have kept
everybody
that guy on
else
this
can
side.
fight. I'll take this guy. 3.
Cool.
Okay, over to me.
Yep.
All right, let's do 7 horses into your Assault Intercessors.
So what's their attack profile look like here?
I will use their Melta tips, so hitting on 3s, and then Strength 9 with Lance, so wounding on 2s, AP 4, D6 damage. And then I have 14 swings that are the horse's hooves, hitting on 4, Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage.
Okay. I'll just use free armor of contempt from the captain.
Nice. Okay.
Too bad we couldn't source
Melt the
a
tips.
fixed bayonets there.
Oh, I should have
I think the
done that better. 2s to wound.
Leontis is a little
4
bit better on his
at
guys.
AP 4, D6 damage.
It's going to be on 6-ups. D6 damage means I got to roll these one at a time. I've got injured guy, right? No, I don't. I do. He's at the house.
Did you do your saves yet? Oh, there you go.
One
You failed
fail.
off.
One fails. That's just a dead guy. D6 damage.
Okay. It is 2.
2 dead guys.
Yeah, I should have swung the horses
Dead
first
guy?
because we could have clipped the
Attention,
wounded
dead
guy. We got
Roll a
Damage?
1 for me.
wasting damage here.
Another 2.
I said roll a 1 for me. Another fail.
Could the ghost fix bandits and the
And then-
riders? Does Gaunt issue orders?
Captain.
I actually had.
I rolled. So did you pass one of them?
No, I rolled. The first one didn't need to be rolled because he was on 1 health.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, the first one was just dead guy.
Where's
Got it.
Gaunt's ghost data sheet? Let's look at this guy.
Um,
Does he have voice of command? Does he have voice of
And
commander
they
guy?
Will not or engage the range of the captain, so they're gonna stay where they are. And then the other Vulcan come in. So Sanguinor's got a 2-up save. What about captain? Does he have a 2-up save?
3 up armor contempt.
He's got a 3-up. armor contempt.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my god.
Effectively.
They definitely
Cool.
can,
Save
chat.
boundaries.
I had unironically
Seven
no
on
idea that
threes
they
and
could
play
issue
P1.
orders. 2 orders to Regiment or Gaunt's Ghost unit. They absolutely could have fixed bandits when they dropped in.
He's coming from touch, so I can put
Well,
3 into. Oh no.
now you know. Knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joe. That's unfortunate.
Put 2 guys into. Oh no, he can't touch base.
A little bit of a missed opportunity
so
there.
he
Wow,
got
that
one
unit
back.
is much
Yeah,
better than I
that's
thought it
what
was.
I'm saying.
That's insane.
That's
That's so good. I've never seen one issue an order with Gaunt.
Shit.
I guess like for the longest time he
Alright,
couldn't
one
do
down
it because he was
captain,
always hopping in, but
4 swings.
post Data
It's
Slate,
on
right? He
threes.
can do it once they.
On 3s, 2 of
reserve?
them, EP1, 2 damage. Oh, sorry, I had the horses first after that. I gotta do that
Oh yeah, sure.
quick. So, just finish this up save, and then I'll do the horses.
2
Did
damage
you
on the
pass-
captain.
Did you pass that save?
Pass 1. You
Yeah,
said
the captain- yep.
you said 2 saves, right?
Yep, and then these are the horses. Strength 4. Captain is T4 or T5.
D4.
So you have 6 saves at AP 0, 1 damage.
Do we get him? Oh, he's on 1. Oh,
It's
brutal,
on 1.
brutal.
That was on 1. He's alive.
If we had flipped the order of those rolls, I think the ghosts. Oh, they wouldn't have changed the math. Actually, it wouldn't have changed the math.
So many failures.
I think we would have taken the same amount because only 2 went through, right? Yeah. So it would have left one additional Gaunt's Ghost on 1 instead of doing it to the captain. But we might have gotten a Meltalance in the captain actually. But he would have gotten an invuln save. All right, I don't know. Can't change the past. Captain's on 1. If only Flashback had held his finest hour. But the captain's finest hour is over. He's just got normal hours remaining now.
Fulgrin will go 24 into the ball pred.
And we got 4
And
damage on
this is-
Sanguinor.
Oh
That's
my goodness,
not
fellas.
too bad.
And 5, so 4 at AP1, 2 damage.
Drum roll,
Fellas,
please.
not hit shit. What are not some great dice so far? I need to turn this around.
There's a dead ball predator right there.
I don't matters if that guy's alive or dead. Should roll the last one to see what it would have been. It would have died anyway. Does he explode?
All right, well, I feel like it took way more effort than it should have, but we got rid of the predators at least. Oh boy.
Okay. And then
This turn's gonna be a little brutal though, I'm expecting. I think this is about to be a lot of dead Bulgrin. Just gambling away with all the points over there.
T6.
4 saves.
Oh, I don't have the Inky camp set up, but Inky's on her spot.
2 damage, 2. 4 up invulnerables. Pass 2, fail 2. 2 damage goes to 1 damage. 6 up fatal pains. Stop 1 pain and take 1. Okay. And that will end my turn. I will get area denial for 5, and I'll start defense stronghold. And I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Two shocks out there. I'm not going to auto pass either of them. Let's see. No prisoners. Easy. And secure no man's land. Not easy, but easy enough. Tempting to do both of those.
Damn Legion, no!
Alright.
All your points! No!
This turn, I believe we're going to slap the oath on
Now you'll just have to get more.
the horses again. We're going to 1 OC each, yeah?
Correct, though I can't make them 2 OC each.
And when do you do that?
In my command phase, for orders, or the start of your command phase?
Okay. So if you want to do it in my turn, you have to do it like
Right at the start of your command phase, yeah.
It's
so
been a
secure
day
domains,
of bad luck on stream today. Between Kogo's immaculately terrible dice and these horrible gambles in the chat. It's just one of those days.
Where's the kitty? Meow.
oh wait, I actually get to use this ability. I can retake failed battle shock tests while I'm within
Oh,
6
there
of the
you go.
Sanguinor. Oh, those dice are gone forever.
Can you do it with a D3? Almost. Oh, he still failed.
Hey, one higher than the last one.
He was still scared.
A failure on the captain
Kitty.
over there. Sad times.
Bringing you idiots in this turn. Bringing the Foot Death Company in this turn.
We still have Kazarkin in reserve from last turn, and Kogo is holding up 2 CP for a reinforce on one of these units. The Bullgrin will not come back, but I have a sneaking suspicion the Adelan Rough Riders might.
I'll give you get the 5-round primary. I'll give it to you.
Oh yeah, thanks. Slaplin.
No prisoners insecure. A great draw for
So I can see where it stands.
flashback. If there was a turn to draw no prisoners, it'd probably be this one, because he's probably going to kill 3 units. Well, maybe.
Chappie's just going to stay behind the wall because he can't cross. Rhino will back up onto the objective. Let's kill a lot of them. Anything else on there? So let's go put some Death Company on this objective as well. Let's get my next. Where'd I put that other captain squad? Let's get these bozos out. No one's engaging the horses right now, so I can just shoot them to death so we can just focus on beating the Bulgrins to death in melee like God intended. Let's go ahead and start with the shooting then. The Rhino will just fire its Hunter Killer at the Wounded Demolisher and its Storm Bolter at the Primaris squad.
Alright, Primaris squad. Let me see if I get my 4+ up.
Sure.
Oh, I don't. Awesome. Okay. D3 mortal wounds. His psychic attack. I stopped him on 4s. I take 1 guy dead. Sorry,
Sounds
that was a lot.
good.
That was a lot for a little.
Hunter Killer hits. Hunter Killer wounds. You definitely have cover from me.
Okay.
There you go.
Save it on a 6.
And the Storm Bolter. Just 2 saves, no AP on your Death Core.
So 5s and 5s. I lose another one.
Cool. We'll start shooting now. We're going to put the 4 Death Company into the Red Bulgrin.
Okay.
Re-rolling because they're Death Company. That still misses. And then on 3s, all wound, just on your invuln.
Invulnerable save. Wow, that's great. Failed them all.
So this is going to be 3d3 plus 1 functionally because of your -1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So 4.
So 4, that's inclusive of the -1 damage. So 6 ups. I lose a guy.
3.
3. 1 guy and 1 wound.
4.
And I'll just take that other guy up.
Makes sense. Let's go to the next Death Company unit. 3 more pistols going into the Red Bulgrin squad. Everyone else going into the can't think of their name, even though I'm looking at them. Into the
Krieger?
Death Corps squad.
Right.
3 into the Bulgrins. All hit. 1 wound.
1 wound. Still failed that one. It's 4 fails in a row.
2 damage.
2 damage. I got a 6er right there, so one guy is taking 1.
Cool, I'll take it. Should be 7 guys into the other squad. 3s and 2s. 6 hits. Ooh.
Oh.
Just 3 potentially dead, I guess.
I get feel no pains.
Yeah. 5, 5.
All right, yeah, they're dead.
It's
1, 2, 3.
cool. Just scalpel some out of there. Alrighty, let's fire the captain and 2 assault intercessors at the horses. Captain will overcharge his plasma. So, heavy bolt pistols.
T4.
I oath the horses, so I need to reroll that one. 1 AP1.
1 AP1. I will not get that because I have cover on a 4+ going to 3 to react. So take a wounds.
Cool.
On this guy.
Captain's plasma misses, doesn't explode. Next captain, he's not going to overcharge because he could just die from this. Nope, doesn't do anything. Land Raider Redeemer is going to put all of its shots into the Rough Riders.
Okay.
Except for its Underkiller, it's just going to hold that.
Okay.
2d6 Flamers. So that's going to be 9 plus 6 is 15.
Woo!
T4 on them, you said?
T4 on a horse, yep.
Take 12 AP2, ignore cover. Damage 2.
Ouch. That means I have 6s. That means I got a dead squad. Which means I spend 2 CP and put that in strategic reserve.
That's all of my shooting, so it's time to start doing the melee. 4 Death Company will charge the Bulgrin.
All right.
They make it. The big Death Company squad is going to charge the Demolisher and the Death Corps. 9, they make it.
Yep. I probably should have done some human shielding. But my brain didn't work. I thought I could have hit one of these charges and make that harder, but my brain didn't work.
All good. So
Yeah, that is the
make sure
unfortunate
that
part here.
I'm going to have to be able to put everyone else in the middle.
Not having
here.
that unit, the second Bulgrin unit on the right-hand side, I think, go into that Rhino is going to hurt a lot. Because these guys, I think, are going to knock down a Demolisher. Feels like a lot of the game is keeping the Demolishers alive, and losing one this early is going to hurt. To be fair, the Demolishers aren't really doing that much. They've not been pulling their weight, so it's partially on them. But it would have been nicer to see some more work happen
over
here.
We'll do Captain Squad into Bulgrin.
Mm-hmm.
They hit it. I have space to just jam my tire in there. The Redeemer's going to charge them as well. 10, he hits it. So it's not clipping, perfect. We'll pay for a tank shock here. Redeemer is strength 8 plus 2 on the charge, so go into 10, and then an extra 2 because it's a higher strength than your toughness.
Mm-hmm. Looking for 5s.
These are take 5 mortal wounds.
5 mortal wounds.
Beep beep, it's a jeep.
I stop 1. I take 4. I think there was somebody wounded, so I take 2 here. And 2 on this gentleman.
And for no prisoners, the only thing I've killed so far is the horses, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Just want to make sure I wasn't missing points. Everyone else is already in melee, so that'll be that. We'll go ahead and start fighting. You don't have any CP for an interrupt, so
Nope.
I can just start wherever I want.
Yep.
We'll start with the big squad. 7 guys into the Demolisher, 3 in the Chaplain into the Death Corps.
Alrighty.
So it's going to be 28 swings into the Demolisher. Do I want to... I need it anywhere else. Useful on the guys in the middle. Just to whittle them down. Threes and fours already a +1. They're already a +1 for the Chaplain. I'm not going to spend on Red Rampage for them. It'll be just the lethal hits. So 28 attacks, 24 hits, and fours. Actually, what's the toughness of the
11.
Rust? Okay, yeah, so fours. So that's going to be 10 saves on the Rust at AP2 damage 2.
So I'm at force.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus. All right. I took 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Take
Do
this
the
bracket
dice come back, chat?
No, not yet. I will have to take a battle shock, but I'm not bracketing.
Oh. Battle shock, your bracket's a 4, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
This
and
is the guy who can shoot blast into combat.
And he can shoot into combat.
Well,
And then you have the other guys into the Kriegers.
the 12 attacks into the Krieg.
Kind of flipped the game on its head a little bit.
11.
It's a bad time when Lord Solar has to start
9
using
AP2
this,
damage 2 on the Krieg.
9 AP2.
As we
I don't
say
get
in the
saves
biz
there.
chat, the dice giveth and the dice taketh away. And the dice have giveth Ian, or Flashback, a gorgeous charge with his Death Company, and they have taketh away his ability to kill Lehman Russ. And that Lehman Russ might shoot them into the Kingdom Come. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We're also not taking the right-hand objective away from the Bulgren over there. I don't know if there was really much that could have gone over there and done that, to be fair. But that means that Kogo is locked in for a 10-point primary this turn. And if he can clear out this Death Company squad without having to trade the Demolisher for it, suddenly the
So that is 8.
like the attritional disadvantage doesn't seem like it's quite as, or the attritional advantage doesn't seem like it's quite as heavily in favor of Flashback as it looked like at the beginning of this turn. And he has already reinforced the Rough Riders too, so he has 2 pretty hefty combat units waiting in the wings to come back in the late game. Oh my god. This is... I don't know if this was the hit that Flashback wanted it to be. Let's see how this swing happens over here. Because if the Bulgren get a crack off, we could be okay, but we'll see.
Those are lethal. And 2s. Alright, 13 saves, AP2 damage 2.
Yeah, that's also Flashback's name, to be fair. He's
2.
Ian in the server as well.
To hit.
I'm sorry that
Slightly below average.
I've given you a startle.
With 6 up final pains. Step 1 of those, I take 6. I lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6.
2.
Carry on.
Alright. We'll come over here, the Sanguinor fight. Eight attacks. Those all miss.
My
4
co-commentator's
saves,
here as
AP2 damage
well.
two, or AP3 damage 2.
You might be able to hear her on the microphone.
4 saves.
She's got lots to say.
Looking for 4 pluses. I pass 1. Fail 2. 2 damage goes to 1. 6 ups. Take 3. I think I lose. Oh, this guy takes 1. And then who do I want to punch? Punch you. I'll take 2 on this guy.
Okay.
Well, now I know your name. The answer is since now.
Idiots will pile in. They're going to be popping finest
I was posting in the patron chat earlier. Oh, treat for Inky. Inky, you're getting a treat. Yeah.
Twos.
Let's see how she'll do it on camera. Oh,
Twos. So that these ones are dev
All right,
wounds.
1 sec, chat.
And then that's 5 at AP2 damage 2.
4 pluses. Pass 2, fail 3. So 2 damage goes to 1. 6 ups. Fail another 3.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
The sergeant. Those just miss. And 2 more. AP2
2
damage
more. 4 pluses. Pass 1, fail 1.
All right, you silly goose.
1 damage. Take the damage.
Come get a treato.
And then 20 power swords. Or not power swords, chain swords. These are lethal.
For 4s on spring 6, right?
Performance anxiety.
Plus 1
you
to
know?
wounds, so
Come here,
3s.
Yeah.
So 12 more AP1.
12 more AP1. Let's hit some 4-ups. Okay, that's better.
And then just add 2 more damage to that because there's 2 dev wounds on the end.
Yep, I'll do the 2 dev wounds at the end. So that's 5, which will plus the. Oh, that's right, 2 dev wounds. If I can make
No.
both of
Make
these
both
dev
of them.
wounds, have a guy alive. Boxcars. Nope. All right, that's the squad.
Oh, that gets me to 4 on no prisoners, and that gets me most likely
A
to
tree right
secure
there?
no man's land.
No. What is it? What is
You
your hang
can
up
go ahead and fight
with
back.
treats, silly goose? Maybe you don't like these treats.
Fight
Maybe I
back.
should get you
Fight
new
back
treats.
in the middle with the Bulgrin. I got 8 swings into your death company that hit on 3s and wound on 3s. That is 5 saves, AP1, 2 damage
What do you think
each
about this game?
to your death company.
1, 2. Sorry, I was freaking out. AP1, 2 damage each.
Okay. I think
Fail
she's
2.
not interested in appearing on camera right now.
You'll kill 1 guy, leave 1 guy on 1 wound.
So what's your OC now? Here total will be 5. Okay, so yeah,
Yep.
we'll take that one. All right, I'll come here. This one guy's coming in.
To be
I got
fair,
Death
chat,
Marshal that hits on 2.
The I guess yeah, the Death Company I guess would have killed the tank commander with +1 AP, but that was a kind of staggering overperformance. Everything else is either a shitty armor save or has an invuln. So, oh, we got a Death Company on the crackback too. Let's go. What? I know, it's insane.
2 regular dudes.
Astra Militarum currently actually beating a Blood Angelist in melee.
The Psyker.
Little unfortunate that the Adelins died this turn, so they're gonna probably have to take a turn off before they come back in.
6 with +1 to wound.
And I don't know if we really have an answer to the Redeemer right now. It's really hard to kill, and the Demolishers are otherwise occupied. You need to get both Demolishers on it, basically, to knock it down.
Pass it.
All right, and then Demolisher, 6 on force and 3s. So 3 more saves, AP 0, 1 damage.
Got it. We're good.
Good. Okay. What else you doing?
That's everything. I'll score 5 and 4. And I will pass turn to you.
All right, I'll pick up this at the end of the turn. And so I can't manipulate anything here to score the middle. Actually, you only score 10 max. So
She's trying to get
I'll
into
get
the tree
3
bag
for defense stronghold at the end of there.
rather than eat the treats that I took out of the
And
tree
then
bag.
I will take stand battle lines
You are such a
and
rapscallion.
investigate signals.
Eat these treats,
Okay,
stupid cat.
so I'll get the 10 on primary.
She wants the whole
And-
bag of them.
Into Rasante. So you still have the brick deep strike that can come in on a rapid ingress right here.
Yep.
I have to investigate signals. And I have to extend, which is hold 2 in the middle. Is that right? Or 1 in my
No,
own, and 1 in the
extend
middle?
is hold your home field and 1 in the middle.
And 1 in. All right.
So
I
you're,
think
as long as you
that
don't move your bulk run on the edge, you've already got it.
literally nothing. Fine, but I think I need to do something. So you have 2 CP to fight on death. Is that right?
Extend battle lines and investigate signals for Kogo. Extend is easy, and he got his defend. And investigate signals is at least a 4, if not more. He can put Kazarkin in his opponent's deployment zone right now. Or even Rough Riders. He has... Oh my god, could he get the Cyclops into the corner with move off the tank commander? That would be killer.
So that means I really can't.
That would be absolutely killer.
This tank commander or anything. I could participate there with some plasma. I can't shoot blast into there. I can't really shoot this. You're not touching the terrain, yeah, with that.
Rhino, no.
So you good? You good?
He is cowering behind the wall like a good Rhino.
I could put him. That could be a cheeky little play there. Actually, that could be my second. Yeah, if he comes up, can I get there? It's like a 6, 7, 8. No, I wouldn't get there on that regular move. Where's investigate? Your table's over the thing.
Hold on.
Where'd that be?
Oh, there isn't an investigate button.
Oh, there is an investigate button. Okay, so it's 9 inches from the corner, right?
Yeah, wholly within 9 inches of the corner.
Wholly within 9. So I have to get there. So I have to get an 8-inch move. So I can't. So that guy cannot investigate signals. You know what? This tank commander might just score me 2 points. I have to deal with this thing.
Can they not order the Cyclops? Is the Cyclops a non-regiment unit, chat? Or a non-squadron? I guess that makes sense.
You will fight first only with Sanguinor.
I actually just assumed that it was, but there isn't a guy inside. It would be kind of weird if you could order them. Oh, okay, no, it's just, yeah, it's not keyworded anything. Okay, never mind. That's not right, chat. You can't be doing that. Astro Militarum is so complicated. Might be the most complex keywording system in any faction. I think that's not even, like, close. I think Astro Militarum have straight up the most complex keyword interactions.
Okay.
Just a guy with a remote control, yeah. There's like a dude on the end you can order. Press the stick all the way down.
So the tank commander is actually going to tell this Cyclops demolition vehicle to get +1 OC to go from OC0 to OC1.
Can he do that? Is he a squadron?
Oh, thank you. He is not. He's just a regular vehicle.
Okay.
You're
lucky I literally just looked that up because I was wondering if you could make it faster.
Make it faster? Yeah, I know. You're right. Couldn't do that either. I thought about this and I realized I couldn't do it. So, all right. So that'll be OC0. So
serendipity, chat. We were right place, right time with the rules check.
Oh no! Although, can I measure to my sponson?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, you help measure, so you measure anywhere.
I measure my sponson so I can get him on. I think on a move can get me there. So that'll be 1 from Lord Solar. Will be a move on the tank commander, and then do it get me within 12. It still does not. Okay.
We don't have to be within 12. You have to be within.
Oh, I owe you. I had to be within 12 to give the order from the tank commander.
Oh, I thought you were talking for investigate signals. I'm sorry.
No. I'm trying to get orders out. And then I'll do battle shocks after this. I'll do battle shocks in a couple places. Let's try to heal some death core for D3. 1 back.
Nice.
Okay. Melta, I guess. I can't put this guy. I might be able to put this guy right there. Yeah. That'll be 4 OC. So you're 4 OC.
I've got 5 OC.
You got 5 OC. That's right, because this thing is 2. Okay.
Yep.
They can order themselves. I wish I had get back in a fight like I used to be able to do. So that's 1 for move. I think that gets me where I need to be on the 13. This Cyclops cannot.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Agent. Ugh. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I'm only 1 drink in right now. But yeah, I appreciate that. I know it's a controversial stance to take, I guess, but we talked about it on stream recently. I was actually gonna cut it and put it in a separate video, and I didn't do it. Because I feel like I'm putting other people on blast, but I think that it is the least dramatic way to resolve rules issues on stream is just to tell the players about them, because then it doesn't become, you can tell it's not intentional, and it does not become a further issue into the future.
So here, where is spread reserves? I could do a couple things. Back there to shoot from there.
I think he's got so much to say right now.
Gaunt's Ghost do the other one. In that corner.
We're gonna get a max investigate right now.
Okay. So let's plus one hit. Doesn't matter. Might as well do take cover. The Krieger Brick will tell themselves to take cover.
She's being real loud, huh?
Could also.
She's just adding her commentary.
Lord Solar up here.
Inky's watched enough 40K to know what's going on.
Have him help out too. Somehow have him touch, punch and shoot. You cannot fight on death this turn.
Correct.
You cannot fight on death this turn.
I had to cut parts out of the video today because she was
saving for it because
she got the zoomies right as she's trying to take my drink away right now. She got the zoomies right as I was recording, and she started barking in the background. She started making little yapping sounds. It was very cute, but it was very distracting. I had to re-record some parts of my video. I posted one in the Patreon chat.
So many decisions and choices I have to make in my brain, and it's difficult. Platoon Command Squad tells the Earthshaker to take aim. So I told that tank commander to, from one Lord Solar, the second Lord Solar will tell the Demolisher to take aim, and the third Lord Solar tells the yellow Bulgrin to move, I think. And that's all the orders. Now I do some battle shocks. So the red Bulgrin in the middle are fine on a 7. The Kriegers are battle shocked.
Cool. These are hanging out in combat with me.
The Demolisher is okay on a 7. And that is it. Killed everything else. Okay. Right. These guys are moving. So what I want to do is move them 9 inches in this direction. Could attack the backfields, but I think instead I go this direction. So don't think I do enough with the guns. If I do, I can come that way.
I'm surprised that you're abandoning that point.
I don't.
3 points that it entails.
It's gonna be a tank commander there. It's gonna be a tank commander there.
Fully abandon it. Because this guy should be able to now, on a 13-inch move.
Oh, that's right, because you get the move on him.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Let's do a 5er, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can I just get there? Am I clipping?
It's tough to tell, honestly.
I should have probably checked.
It's like a hard maybe. I don't know.
The hard maybe. Trevi, I see your hand
Oh, yeah,
right here.
I'll let.
Can't. Why is my mouse not moving?
Yeah, at that position, he was clipping here with the
He
plasma.
was.
But yeah, I think you had some leeway to go backwards, so I don't know if there's a position that you can land there.
I think the issue is if he goes backwards, he's off the point.
Yeah, he had like a 1/4 inch or something. He was overhanging.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try that again. That was a 5er, a 6, a 7, an 8, 9, 10. And then I have another 3 inches from there. Let's do like a 1/2er. And then I have another 1.5er. Think that'll get me there? Copacetic?
I think that you have to be
Do like that?
here. I think that's
Shadow?
that's what does it. Yeah. Then you're not. Yeah. Then we're not clipping what you touch with the gun. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Ta-da!
He's not shooting the goddamn. Oh, I guess he can come downtown.
I guess it is a
Okay.
las cannon.
There's no
so, like,
lone op on that.
theoretically, it should be longer,
is
I
there?
guess.
Oh, no.
But
Lone op on your Sanguinor.
it is what it is.
Sanguinor, yes.
He is lone op. The
He can get there either
Cyclops
way.
will
It's also, I think it's a limited model selection in TTS. I don't know. I don't think that all of the potential Lehman Russ builds are on there. At least I can't remember.
You guys moved. I think I have to stay here and try to fight, and then those guys have to stay and try to fight. Does Lord Solar come out?
That is like a weird idiosyncrasy of las cannons. Is like having a las cannon on your Lehman Russ literally makes the model physically larger, so it actually changes its like dimension on the table. Just so funny and stupid. True measurement, chat. Put a base on those stupid things. Give them a big brick, a big dumb brick.
9 on the Sanguinor.
Yeah, just G'd up things. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, you're not wrong. That would be IRL stuff. I wish it didn't matter so much, but it does. But it is what it is.
Like that. Kazrakin. Need a 9 on this guy.
Here you go.
So looks like 2 quarters for investigate right now. We get one with the Cyclops. I guess we're shooting with the Kazrakin. See if we can pick out the captain.
It could be flamed.
You gonna shoot a flame?
This is your last drop for Deep Strike.
This is going to be my last drops. Oh, so you can flame me like all the way back in this direction. You have 1 CP though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 CP. Okay, so I'm fine. Oh shit, why is it?
I slapped the time out of me because I was thinking about rapid ingress. If that's your last
Oh
drop.
no, I was just trying to figure this position out.
Sure.
A little bit.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know when you're finished.
Yep.
I'll slap the time on me and decide if I want to rapid ingress or not.
Yep. All right. Now you can choose to rapid ingress. Oh, sorry. I have my my Gaunt's Ghosts, of course.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I assume you're bringing them back there to do.
Investigate. Yep.
Yeah.
Load back in this corner. Okay. Yeah. Carry on. And they will give themselves take cover for what it's worth. Oh, they can order right when they come in, so they'll order these Rough Riders as well to
We
get
remembered. Very nice.
melee.
There it is.
All right, yeah, it's on your clock where you can put it back on me.
So it's either an Overwatch on the Casterkin or a. What are the Casterkin's orders?
They got +1 to hit the game.
Okay. Overwatch on the Casterkin or it's rapid.
Yeah, the Gaunt's Ghosts are slowly going to gain abilities as the game goes. It's going to be amazing.
I think it.
By the end of the game, every round they'll get something new, and by the end of the game they'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rapid. I'm just gonna Overwatch the Casterkin.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start firing with the Redeemer. We'll do the shitty shots first. Stormbolter. Salt Cannon. Delta. Okay, that was unfortunate. Probably not killing the squad. Lag. Pie plate disappeared, that's fine. Definitely not killing the squad. That was not a good Overwatch, but that's fine. Choose 6 AP2 damage to ignore cover.
6 AP2 damage 2 means I have 6 up saves.
Oh,
Wow.
Kogo's
Okay.
dice have come around. Jesus. Redeemer Flamestorm cannons are usually expecting to do a little bit more than 3 dead Casterkin. Oh my god.
Just demolisher everything into the Death Company Marines right in front of them. And let's shoot this big old gun. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 2 for blast, so 10.
You killed, I think, 1 guy from that unit. Yeah, 1 guy. So yeah, 10.
All right, hit on 3s. I did not move, so lethal. 2s. That is 6 at AP 3. D6 damage.
Cool. He has to get a -1 for being touched in melee.
Nope.
All right.
And you can shoot blast in melee. I should have shot Stubber first because you had a guy on a wound, but it's on me.
It's just flat D6 damage. I'll take these 1 at a time. Fail it.
First one is 6.
Whoa.
Fail it.
Second one
Well,
is
the
5.
dice are have already taken away, and they're giving some damage to our Blood Angel friends over here. This is gonna be brutal.
Then it is 6.
2 guys.
2 more. All right.
Pass it. And fail it.
It is 4.
So I'll lose 5 guys.
Last cannon
5.
is a miss. And multi-meltas. 1 lethal. Oh, come on. What happened there? And 3s. So 3 saves at AP 4, D6.
Just go straight through.
Go straight through. It is a 3, a 3, and a 6.
Well, it's 5, 5, 5, 8, right?
Oh, yeah, right. You're a melter range. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I have Stubbers. This guy's doing way better than I thought he would.
That failure to kill there was a big ol' swing. A big ol' swing and a miss. Almost knocked the entire unit out. Those 8 Death Company Marines in one shot. Holy crap.
Okay. Now let's shoot the pistols into combat here. I got 3 plasma pistols. I will not supercharge.
Okay.
They all have +1 to hit, and they all have +1 to wounds. It's 1 more at AP 2, 1 damage.
We're good.
You're good. Let's shoot the
red
Kazrakin
mist.
into these assault intercessors.
Oh my God.
Except for the sniper rifle, we'll go into the. Actually, yeah, the sniper rifle. I can't shoot the Sanguinor, right? Because he's blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just put everything.
Well, you
into
can if you're a
assault.
12-inch 7, but I don't know if you are or not.
I don't believe I am. No. So I'll just put everything into that assault intercessor unit.
They're just going to do free armor of contempt.
Okay. I am within. Yeah, okay. So I will supercharge the plasma. That hit on 2s. And so that's 2 at AP 3. 2 damage.
Cool. I've got cover and armor of contempt, so AP 1. Said 2.
Yep.
We're good.
Good. 2 Meltas. 1 hit. Meltas a wound. AP 4.
Take it. Damage.
2.
Cool. Kill a guy.
Oh shit. Sniper rifle is a hit. Is a wound. I'll put it on just a regular dude.
Yeah, I thought you said you were firing the sniper at the wounded captain.
I don't want to do that because that's going to make the charge harder. So just a regular guy.
We're good.
At AP2. You're good. And then I am not so worried about the rest. I'll give you some hazardous.
Sure.
Good. All right. So now I'll put the Earthshaker into the Assault Intercessors. Still have 5 guys there, right? With
Sir.
So that's will be 6 + 3 + blast is 10. I can see you, so I hit on 5s to 4s to 3s. With 6s are lethal. Oh, still so many failed. And 2s. 4 at AP2, 2 damage.
Alright, 4 3-ups. Fail 2. So you'll just lap 2 guys.
And the mortar. Mortars will go next. For 3. That is 2 lethal hits. So 2 more saves, AP 0, 1 damage.
We're good.
You are good. I don't think I need to worry about that. This tank commander that just touched here cannot shoot anything else. Can't shoot into combat. Can't shoot that. Can't shoot that. They're doing the 2 actions. Let's charge forces into the Sanguinor.
I think
All
I
right,
could have
you
shot
need a
the
9.
infiltrators. Maybe they're too far away?
That's a fail.
I'd like to CP reroll that.
I think. Oh, he'll fight first too, won't he?
Sure will.
That bastard.
Bastard.
Should not have started with that. Roll, because now, kill this shit. You will fight first there. These guys are just gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna CP reroll that. I'm going for it.
Oh, the
3
same
into a 3.
roll.
Nice.
Hey, dice don't
Good
lie.
saves, bad
3
charges.
into a 3. I think Kazrakin will go into that captain.
That's
Does that
that's
make sense?
aggressive.
You have 1 guy, Assault Intercessor, and Captain. You can't heroically intervene. I'm OC1. You have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how much is the Redeemer?
5.
5, so you have 9 on that, so I'm not going to get you. I could spend a CP to flip that. It's going to put me on. Oh, it's not great. Ah, damn it. I'll think about that in the back of my brain. Yellow Bullgrin.
Sure.
Yellow Bullgrin are going to, I think, charge the. Oh God. I could just charge these guys and then pile in here. You can fall back and do stuff with the CP, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let me look it up and verify for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Because I don't have most of the strats memorized just because a lot of
Yeah,
them
we're going to just charge
Maybe
the 2 death company with the chaplain. Thank God, because I would have failed that charge.
Yeah, they can fall back and charge.
yeah, I have a 1 CP fallback and charge.
I just charged the 1 unit that was down here in combat. Had I charged them both, I would have failed the charge like a bastard.
It was meant to be. Oh man, that's a rough turn of charges for you right there.
That was. It was
3
2
3.
2 3s and a 4.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. But I guess it's what I wanted to see.
What you wanted to see.
I'm thrilled about it.
Oh, I could have shot. Oh, dang, these guys. Mind if I do that? Or no, I skipped it.
Yep. Who's shooting where?
The tank commander that moved up onto the objective could shoot your infiltrators.
Yeah, go ahead. You talked about doing that.
All right. So las cannon, thank you, is a miss, and then supercharged plasma.
This is gonna kill no models.
Is just 2. Can't change the pass because I'm both gonna miss with both of these. Forget the D3.
Yeah, I got you.
I got 2 hits, and then this is 2s. That is 2 wounds at AP3, 2 damage, and then my hazardous, I take 3.
Kill them both. So let's just actually roll the damage because they have a feel no pain.
It's just flat 2 damage.
Oh, those are the last cannons.
That was the plasma.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the plasma.
Dead.
Okay.
You guys.
And I did 3 to myself. All right.
I appreciate it.
Now we charge. So now the Bullgrin come in.
Did
I
it
like
demo
how that
flop?
commander's at like half health, and I have yet to dedicate a
Yeah,
single
you have to
attack
touch him.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Kree guys
isn't that
shot
right?
and they
Isn't that
flubbed.
great?
He's just over there, just lighting himself on fire. Like, this
Some
is fine.
assholes convinced me that plasma is good, and I don't believe. He cannot go there, so he will just get in there. So I get 3 guys.
They missed like 2 shots and 1 got through, and the intercessor saved it like a boss. I think it was because they didn't overcharge. They elected not to overcharge. I think he would have died if they had overcharged, but they might have died too, so who knows?
Una tres. That is 7 saves, AP1, 2 damage.
7 saves, AP1. Separate does not. No, I rolled them 2s, but first one will fail. Just do this. So the death company dies to the first one, chaplain passes the second one, and then dies.
So that's everybody?
Yep.
And I will come in. I can move 3 inches closer to the objective or get you within engagement range. Which I think I can tag the rhino like that.
Sure.
Totally Alfaris, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
Okay. And that is my fight. So you go to fight now with these death company.
Yeah, they're just slapping the Bullgrin. 9 attacks. Rerolling. 8 hits. 3s. 6 saves.
6 saves on the Bullgrin.
Yes, sir.
4 pluses. Fail 2. 6 pluses. Fail 2.
Hey, I'll kill 1.
I think that kills one of them. Yeah. All right, and that Bullgrin is going to avenge his fallen brethren.
Sure.
Hit you on 3s. And wound you on 3s. That's 3 more saves, my friend.
Powerful.
AP1, 2 damage.
I'll take 2 of them. Kills 1, wounds 1.
Okay. So at the end of that, I'll get 4 for 5 for extend battle lines and 4 for investigate signals. So you did 2 quarters. And I turn it over to you.
All right.
Boy, messy.
You battle shock on the Death Company in the middle. We're gonna get Storm Hostile and deploy teleport homers. Cool beans. Deploy homers sounds like a job for the Rhino. Storm Hostile's just gonna.
To be fair, chat,
Or
they've
CP.
beaten
One of the two.
like 2 Blood Angels to a pulp. the Fulgurids have not been the greatest contributors to this fight.
Battle shock on the captain. Good.
I think they've killed 2 guys and they've done several damage to characters. That was it.
Sanguinor?
Oh, Sanguinor, yes, that's right.
Guard is winning right now, yeah.
C5
They are up 20 points, but we haven't
6.
scored primary
He
for
Astartes next to him. So he rerolls and it's fine. No one's battle shocked.
Yeah, they are just taking the hits for sure.
Just start moving. Captain's gonna go this way. Just tell me if you'd like to Overwatch.
Nope.
They're highly decorated in gold
Both the
stars.
moments is going on your horsies.
Little stickers of unicorns.
Do I want to do that? Did you come tag this Death Company? You did. Cannot back. Death Company, there's no chaplain nearby. Which is inconvenient.
So we have to remember that there is still a Death Company unit coming down. Lamarty's Death Company unit is still in reserve. You can tell by the way that they're floating in the air.
They're -2 to charge as well.
-2 to, move, charge, and advance.
They're just going to get back in the Land Raider. I don't know where my went. So they're just going to hang on up this side. Come here. I'm just going to put these fellows back in the Land Raider. Sanguinor. It's just going out over here. And Sanguinor's just going to fly down here and help deal with these Kasrkin. Doing this, both needs to be down here. Land Raider's just going to back up. Just point its ass at the horsies. At whatever the max range is for it. We're just going to see how many horses I can light on fire.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. It's in range there. Those guys are going to there deal with the Kasrkin. Infiltrators are just going to make it so that it can't get shot at no more, at least by the tank commander. Rhino stays in combat. Death Company Marines have to stay in combat. They don't get a choice. And Lamarty's has to come in this turn.
Hey! Nergo Matt gifting the sub. Thanks for the gifted sub, Nergo Matt. Totally Alfarius. Congratulations on getting a little subby action. So one thing that Flashback really wants to do here is kind of plan for the late game. The score is going to remain relatively close. He should go up 10 points to 37. He'll get Storm... maybe. He'll probably get Storm Hostile Objective, and he'll get to play Teleport Homers for 3. So he's probably up to 40 points. So he's not down by too much. If he makes a charge here, he'll get Storm Hostile. Which is a little bit scary, but you know, it is what it is. If he makes a charge out of Deep Strike, that would be a real game changer for this game for sure. I know, it's so exciting, Inky. So he's banking on that bottom round 5 scoring. So he needs this Death Company squad to come in and kind of sweep the board late game, effectively. He needs to be able to stop these Lehman Russ. The fact that Lehman Russ Demolisher just like tanked and is just going to keep killing his dudes is going to be real disgusting.
They could scoot around the Rhino to get in, but a 9's.
I'm not giving her Tritos. I'm giving the chat's giving her Tritos. I am but the executor of chat's will. All right, and chat says Inky gets Tritos, so she did.
So that's about as wide as I can stretch them out without exposing myself to tank commander fire.
Okay.
Everyone else is just going to hang out off the plate. That is all of my moves. Shooting time. Rhino's going to be deploying homers.
I have hidden cats in maps before.
Okay.
I should do it again. We should photo scan Inky and get her into the TTS maps.
One save.
4+. Pass it on 5.
Cool. We'll go ahead and put everything from the Redeemer into the Rough Riders.
Okay.
$11 shots from the Flamer. Gross. 6. AP2 damage to
6s. You'll lose 4.
Cool. Multi-meltas. Just another dead horse, right? Actually, no, I'm outside of melta range, so.
Yeah, occasionally there are Easter eggs in the maps.
Dead horse.
Assault cannon.
Every once in a while, I'll leave a little something for people to find.
Is twin linked. Cool. 5 saves, no AP.
5 saves, no AP. Forgot force, so I lose another horse.
And Stormbolter. 3 more, no AP.
Take a wound on a horse.
Cool.
He's already got. Somehow he had one. Yeah, he's good there.
Captain will just shoot one caster king with a plasma pistol. Not overcharging. You're rolling because they're oathed. Does he shoot on 2s? He does, right? Yeah, he does.
To perform giving he
wounds,
treat.
AP2.
Yeah, but if it's the problem is if you perform the action, the objective turns into a servo skull and starts moving around. Because every time you try to give this cat a treat, she runs away.
And that is
She just wants treats to be passively available. She doesn't want to be given them actively. She used to do tricks for treats. You remember when you used to do tricks, Inky? Like 2 months ago? And then you forgot.
Captain will charge ping. I can't tell if he's base to base because
She's done them on stream before, too.
base to base. And then Death Company will charge Bulgrin.
All right.
They need a 9. They innately reroll.
Oh
Get in
god.
the box. They're staying where they are.
Ooh, failed it with the Death Company. No storm hostile objective for you, sir.
Fighting.
So just 3 for teleport homers, and Guard are pulling away with it. But can they deal with this Death Company squad? That's going to be the question of the day.
Rolling 'cause all are gonna hit.
7.
Five
They're dead.
at AP3 and 2 dev wounds.
They're dead.
Cool. Would you like to respond
No.
them?
Yes, I would. 2 CP.
Oh, that means we get to Cyclops Demolition Vehicle, one of these guys. Let's go! Cyclops
You
is
can
going to
fight
get
first.
so much
I
value,
fight
chat!
first with, I guess, yellow.
The Melted Mind guy might not have been in range. I'm not sure.
Click it over to me.
Or maybe we forgot.
Oh, come on. What the fuck? So I got 3 guys that can fight the Death Company and 1 guy punching the Rhino.
Sounds good.
So 12 in the Death Company is 3s and 3s. You have 7 saves.
I'll fail 3 of them. First guy, the wounded guy's dead. Alive on 1 wound. Dead.
Okay. And then the 4 into the rhino. Come on.
Well, it's only 2.
3.
It's only 2 into the rhino, right?
Yeah, four attacks. So 1 attack at AP,
Oh.
1, 2 damage. 4 swings total, sorry.
I gotcha. Save it. Oh, this rhino
Okay.
should be at full wounds. He took 2 damage a long time ago. He heals it. He heals every turn.
Yeah, he's good.
Cool. That's the end of my turn. I'll score 3 on Ploy homers. Or is it 4? What is it? It's 4 for homers, right?
3.
4. I'll score 4 on homers. Pitch Storm Hostile for a CP. Pass turn to you.
You don't have to control it to do homers, do you? No, you don't.
The homers is just with
I
it.
think
Is
it's
just
3,
within.
right? Because you're center battlefield.
+1 to tactical. Right?
It was 3 and 5, right? I don't remember what it is. I'll just pause.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, 3 and 5.
Yeah.
I had in my head that the DZ was just 5 for some reason.
Gotcha. All right.
I was misapplying the +1.
Now turn it back on to me.
Is there...
Pick up Gon's Ghost once more. I will draw no prisoners and overwhelming force. Overwhelming force is kill stuff off objectives, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I will score 10 on primary. Nothing really to manipulate there. And I can shout orders. And then I will do battle shocks. Those horses don't get battle shock. Tank commander can tell the demolisher take aim. And Lord Solo will tell the tank commander
prisoners
to...
and overwhelming force, damn.
Yes.
That means he's got to kill the rhino this turn. And maybe the characters back here? To get no prisoner points from them? This is looking great for Kogo, though. He got his 10 points. There's a non-zero chance. I mean, I don't think he can kill the Land Raider this turn, but he can certainly try. But there's a non-zero chance that he knocks the Blood Angels down to a 5-point primary. If he does that, he's going to be really far ahead.
I could get the captain for 1. I could get the Sanguinor there. And then I'm going to have to do that, I suppose. Kazarkin can go and attack.
I think he auto-passed the leadership on the Rough Riders. I have a sneaking suspicion they're just going to get Redeemered as soon as they move, though.
Then I will tell
And by a sneaking suspicion, I mean that's definitely what what Flashback should do.
tell the horses to get fixed bayonets once more. And we'll tell the, I guess, Yellow Bullgrin to fix bayonets. That's that. Death Corps Marshals unit will give themselves. You can just fly over me. You guys got fly, right? You just jump over me. They'll do take cover. They'll also heal D3 before I forget for just the one guy.
D&D Dominant, thanks for hanging out, man.
Tell the
Have a good one.
First Shaker Cares to take aim again. And the Kazarkin will tell themselves to take aim as well off the board. Okay, now morale. I have your battle shocks on the Rough Riders.
Didn't auto-pass.
Leadership 7.
Okay.
They are
So he does pass it. So if they get Overwatch, he should have CP for
unit.
reinforcements. And maybe he just didn't give himself his Lord
There
Solar
are
CP
still
yet.
battle
I think that's
shocks.
what happened.
Way. The Lumen Rust Demolisher is also battle shock. That sucks.
Oof.
That goes away. And that is fine. Red Bullgrin in the middle is okay. Okay, so this tank commander can move. He can move 13.
I wonder if there's a spot where the tank commander can tow the zone and peek around the side here and shoot the rhino. I bet there is.
I will just go there to touch this objective. 10.
Tucking in behind the wall, making yourself nice and safe.
Yeah, right there.
Hmm.
He's just touching that. Oh, I gotta get rid of the.
We gotta shoot that rhino. That rhino's worth
This
so
will help.
much. The Bullgren aren't gonna kill it.
I
It's gonna
am
armor
going
of contempt
to-
and be invincible. Kogo, no! Kogo, no! We need every shot we can get on that
I
stupid
blew
thing
up
because they're
for
so hard
D3.
to kill. Get out of
on,
here,
what a
Captain! Get demolished! Get Cyclops demolition vehicle! Let's go! I know, Inky. It's so exciting.
Oh, that's right. You fight first.
Yeah, you don't want to hit that
Lame.
guy.
That's right. They will die if they are. They'll die in. I only have 1 CP. Oh, I got another CP. That's
Yeah.
right. Start of the turn.
Going for Sanguinor.
Actually, I should not do that.
That Redeemer is so spicy, though. That Redeemer is such a spicy target. If they spike on the Redeemer, and they're not going to kill it, almost certainly.
This way.
But they can definitely put it in a position to die next turn to a Demolisher.
Come on, guys.
All right, Redeemer. We gonna Overwatch that?
Um.
So your Rough Riders are running forward.
Yeah, running forward right there.
Cool. Overwatch.
Yep.
There it is. Yep. Fawoosh. Hose them down, boys.
Right here. Can't make it, so he'll just go on the side of the wall.
Lab
Oh,
Scallion, how's it going?
7 AP2 damage 2 from the Flamers.
Oh, those flame storms finally showed up. 7 wounds. Yeah. Goodbye, Rough Riders. Good. Welcome back to Strategic Reserves, I guess.
I want to spend the CP.
Oh, but we did put the Kazarkin in reserve. Oh, the Kazarkin could kill the Sanguinor. The dream is alive. Amazing. That was rough, man. They're just riding into rough situations, you know? They charged at the Light Brigade up there, and they got lit up. First 2 games of 10th Ed. Both Crusade missions were over in command phase turn 3 due to opponent concessions. Jesus. What did you do to those poor people?
Dual action right there. These guys are stuck in combat. That guy moved there.
Lapscat, Kogo, no. Kogo, we gotta fall back out of the combat.
Shimmy up here.
Flashback is the Blood Angels.
I have Kazarkin.
And Inky is my co-commentator.
I will put him outside of 9 here. And then these guys are going.
Do big murder? He's trying. He's trying to do big murder. Ooh, maybe we can snipe the infiltrators? Spicy.
Over here.
I don't think that they will, but it's certainly possible. They are worth 3 points.
Yeah, I guess something like that. I don't know. Feels kind of weird. Okay. That's all the guns, all the movement. We'll shoot Kazarkin into Sanguinor. Supercharge that plasma.
Do it.
All of it hits.
I would love to see have seen those
all the
guys
wounds.
pop in here and then declare a charge. If they could
Four
knock
saves,
this
AP3,
down, I
2
think
damage.
we're in such a good spot for Kogo.
I'll fail
that
3 of
is
them,
a
he does.
dead
Sanguinor's
Sanguinor.
dead, so that's 2 unknown prisoners.
All right.
I tried to take an objective that you held previously, right?
What?
Oh, shit.
Or
Overwhelming force? Or that's kill
overwhelming is kill things on objectives.
kills things off objectives. Okay. So then Gaunt's Ghost is going to shoot everything into those infiltrators.
Cool. I'm gonna hit them for 2 CP. Go to ground and smoke.
Okay.
Go
Let's
to
try the sniper
ground.
rifle. Is a hit. Strength 4
Do you
or
need
5?
go to ground?
It is strength 5, so that is a wound. AP 2, flat 4.
Iron Storm Vindicator. Yeah, that'll do it. At 1,000 points.
4 up.
That'll definitely do it. Whew.
We're good.
Good.
I've covered,
Bragged.
I think overwhelming force is fine as it is, chat.
Autocannon with +1 to hit goes from 5 to 4s.
It's like a decidedly
minus one to-
above
minus one
average
to-
objective.
Oh, you can smoke on those guys. Okay, so that's just one.
Infiltrators have the smoke keyword.
That's right. So then this is the 1 wound on strength 9. That is a wound at AP 1. Flat 3.
We're good.
Okay.
Should have armored attempted smoke because I forgot the smoke gives the
Let's
cover. Use
do
cover as
the-
well. But
Sustained hits.
I'm gonna take
and
overwhelming
5
as fixed.
nothing.
I saw somebody take the Storm Hostile as fixed one time and then just get counterplayed out of it. It was like in 9th edition when Space Marine players used to windmill slam Shock Assault. And you were just like, well, I guess I just won't go to the objective, I guess.
Okay.
And then they wouldn't get any points and they would be sad.
That unit
sure.
is just 4. He is just 1 hit. There's 1 wound, AP 2. Flat
Nail
2.
it. Alive on 1. Yeah, I don't even injured.
1.
That was really bad.
They're
Damn.
slow now.
Yeah, I think, yeah. We need a better shooting phase out of those guns ghosts, but turns out when you windmill slam 2 CP to protect a unit of 3 infiltrators, it's pretty. That's some value at least.
Supercharge that, as well as can the plasma see? Yeah, and the plasma.
I mean, it's basically
So,
the same as getting
The blue.
overwhelming force, right?
So
Or not over. Excuse me. Deploy teleport hummers. Where you're like 90% of the time, I'll just get the regular, the small number. Occasionally, I get a good result and get a big number.
6 total. I get +1 to hit, so I hit on 2s. Strength 6 with +1 to wound is 2, so that is 5 at AP 2 damage into your death company.
I'll take 2.
2 damage each.
So it's 1 damage each thing because it's -1 damage.
Yep.
6 ups.
Oh,
Alright, you'll wound
brutal.
a death company.
Plasma hits with a +1 to hit, and plasma strength 8 wounds. AP 3 2 damage. Hazardous real quick. Hazardous goes, and this plasma guy kills himself.
Nice.
Yeah, this demolisher cannot shoot currently. Can't do anything else.
Hey,
So I
yuck!
think that's all
Brothers,
the shooting.
Today, we stand ready for
Now,
war. Our enemies gather, hungry for our blood, but they will find only death in our wake. With chainswords roaring and flamers blazing, we shall tear through their ranks. We are the wrath of Sanguinius, the Emperor's chosen instruments of vengeance. Gosh, let them tremble as we descend upon them like a storm. For Sanguinius, yuck! For the Emperor, yuck! For victory, onward, blood
yuck.
angels, to battle and glory.
3 ups.
That's extremely good, dude.
And you're swinging back. Oh, I forgot about this guy down here. Oh, well.
1 wound.
1 wound, 4+. Failed at 6+. Nope, it hurt me. And I'll just put it on this guy back here. That will end that. Back to me. I will get. I killed 2 units for no prisoners, right?
Yep.
So 4, and I will pitch overwhelming force.
Ooh.
So I didn't-
A pitch on overwhelming is brutal. That's a punt right there. If I do say so myself. I think we needed both tank commanders to flip around and just double demolisher cannon this Rhino directly into the afterlife. But man, I'm keep telling you, chat, the Rhino's the stupidest unit in 10th edition. It's so dumb. This little guy's so many points. He's just sitting here scoring points, not getting killed. He's invincible. Insanity. Insanity. But ninjas are goofy. So what do we get? Extend battle lines, bring it down. At least it's not the easiest turn for bring it down to score out.
Should have followed these guys back. That was dumb. Should have shot the Rhino.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I think it even gets better, I think, if the Brulgren fall back, because I think that Flashback has to hold the smoke off the infiltrators. Because he wasn't getting Demolisher Cannon here, he wasn't that worried about that guy. But there's much more danger to the infiltrators from the artillery and from Gonskos if they're not smoked. And so Coco has a much better chance of getting one of those two units. That's an unfortunate misplay, I think. I think there's definitely a spot where this Land Raider can see, or this Lehman Russ, excuse me. Just needs to poke its tread out from this side of the ruin to draw line of sight. Gonna add a Dev Squad Razorback to all your lists? Dude, it's like not bad. that unit kind of rules. The one thing I always forget to use too is they have a once per game auto hit after rolling. They can automatically convert one of their hits to a 6, one of their attack rolls to a 6, after they roll their hit rolls. So they reroll from oaths, and then flip a miss to a hit afterwards. So their chance to get like 8 out of 8 multi-melta hits is actually really high with Oaths of Moment. And then they get full rerolls thanks to the Razorback. It's really good. Yeah, you get on Overwatch too. Yeah. Or alternatively, it's once per game. It's wherever you want it.
Dar Doots asked me, who makes the best Rhino in the Segmentum Solar? Well, Dar Doots in the Segmentum Solar. If you're looking for rugged terrain-crushing, orc-smashing performance, you'd probably want something built with the toughness of a Ford truck. Unfortunately, Ford doesn't make Rhinos yet. But if they did, you could bet they'd be the best in the Segmentum. Tougher than a $2 steak and ready to take on the warp and beyond. Ford trucks. Built Ford tough.
They're from the Forge world. That's where they get built.
he'll hang up behind this wall. Nice and cozy like.
We're mutuals with Riley Knight. I am a half-ass history fan. 100%. I've like watched Riley Knight through all of his various travails. I picked him up watching Magic the Gathering, and then he moved to Age of Empires, and I watched him through Age of Empires, and then sometime in that I picked up his history podcast. I'm on his Patreon too. I give him $1 every month. At least I was. I might not be active right now, but I was for a couple of years.
I bothered.
His history podcast, one of the best. It's super funny.
I'd rather have them for next turn.
Every time I hear somebody say that proved to be a bad move, I immediately think it.
Start some other
I
stuff here as
don't
well.
listen to that one. Is that another cast he has? Am I a fake fan?
We'll jump the captain and his friends back out of the tank.
Right, you got buddies in there. I forgot.
Yeah, they hop back in the tank last turn. They were tired of foot slogging. All that fighting wore them down.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Kogo should have kept overwhelming. Because he has a pretty good shot at knocking the infiltrators down around, like, on the second round of shooting. Because the Gaunt's Ghosts are just going to teleport closer. And anything that goes to the center is immediately demolisherable. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look it up.
There's no one else that I.
It is fair to
This
not
turn.
like Magic the Gathering right
One
now. It's in
AP1.
it's in an awkward spot.
Bolt pistol.
4+, fail it.
Although I do
Plus,
love my
fail
Swarm
it.
Lord Commander
There's a
deck.
guy.
Cool. And then plasma pistol. Doesn't wound. The only other thing it needs to shoot is the Redeemer. The Redeemer's finally going to put its Hunter Killer into the Demolisher.
All right, please. After all this Demolisher, please don't get
It'll
one
put its
shot by a
Meltas
random
into the
Hunter Killer
Demolisher.
missile.
It'll put its Flamers and Assault Cannons into the Yellow Bulgarin, and it'll put its Storm Bolter into the Death Core.
All right, I'll pop smoke on my Demolisher.
Okay. Hunter Killer.
It's Battle Shocked.
Oh, thank you. Can't do that.
I'd completely forgotten.
The voice of God
Well, the Hunter Killer wounds.
comes in and sorts me out.
I can see the whole tank, so you do not get cover.
That's a fail.
All right, just natty roll a 6 right here. 4. Close.
Hold the baby. Hold the baby.
The Meltas on 3s.
Chad, there's a huge token
on
here.
5s. 1 wound.
There's a
AP4.
huge token. I don't need good memory.
No.
The players are correctly using tokens.
That's the opposite of a 6.
It's a 1. I will CP reroll it. It's a 3. I got it.
Do I blow?
I hope so.
Oh, he killed it with the Top Gun Melta. No! Lehman Russ, no! If only it had killed the Rhino last turn, this would have been felt much
I'll
better.
take it. I figured
Yeah.
that Demolisher was going to be alive.
A lot of people, I'll let you in on a little secret here, chat. A lot of people tell me that it's like, they're like, how do you have such an amazing memory for 40k stuff? It's crazy. That's amazing. And I'll be like, well, the secret sauce is that 90% of the time, I'm on my computer. Thank you, Cerveza Cristal. What is this, a rerun of A New Hope? Get out of here. 90% of the time I'm on my computer and I look it up on Wikipedia. I do remember a lot of stupid shit.
Yellow.
That's true. But most of the time I just look it up.
That's going to be 7 on your.
Or I'm just looking at the game state. There's not a secret to it. But I'll never say that again. If you ever hear anyone ask that question, just tell me. Tell them, he's got such a good memory. He's so smart. He's so smart and perfect. Everything he does is amazing.
And on 4s. Twin linked. 2 saves, no AP, and 2 death wounds.
That's why the Demolisher didn't kill anything all game, is because it was just squirting beer out of its cannons. Except that one ball predator that got vaporized. That was pretty sweet. I like that. Dude, I love elephants.
And then it is just charge time.
When I was a kid, all I wanted was a pet elephant. I was like, I just want to hang out with an elephant all the time. We'll just be buds.
His friends.
But that would probably be inhumane. And also hard work. It also costs like thousands of dollars in food. So now that I'm an adult and I have to think of the economics of the situation, I'm glad I just have a cat.
Matters here. We'll do my.
Coco's gonna need some Cerveza Cristal after all of the horrible dice he had early game. Although his dice have turned around a little bit.
9 straight off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the charge gets in on the tank commander. This game has been so tipsy-turvy.
So Death
That's gonna be
Company,
an extend and a bring it down.
zooping on in.
That'll be 7 on bring it down. Oh my god! Astartes pull ahead this round? No way. I think Flashback might have turned the tables here. I thought he was dead.
Guys around the side here for a bit.
This game has been great, by the way, chat. As we're talking about memes and stuff,
Violin stuff.
this has been a really good game. It's okay. The tank commander's gonna live. The tank commander's gonna live, and then he's gonna turn around and kill the entire Death Company squad with his guns.
That looks good there. They have made contact with that tank. That's all I really need. So Captain and friends are gonna go kill the Red Bull. And that is everything. I don't really care if you fight first over there, so we'll start over here.
Can I heroically intervene with these bullgren?
You can if you want to.
UCP. But I don't get to fight you.
Oh,
So
if he
doesn't-
had saved, the overwhelming, and then intervened here, how much of an upset would that have been? Oh, I hate to say it, but I think Kogo's last turn was a punt. I think he could have had a huge turn, and I think there was some minor stuff that messed him up. All right, well, there they are. There's also a Rough Rider squad somewhere, right? Yeah, there's a Rough Rider squad in reserve. Maybe they can make a heroic cavalry charge and blow up like a Land Raider. That's what I'm counting on.
Slow these guys. That would have been smart.
I was a little surprised when you didn't.
Yeah, I made a bunch of bad choices that past turn. A bunch of bad choices.
All right, stay strong, Tank Commander. They're just Death Company. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
So I believe that's all. So these two, I'm gonna have 3 death companies that aren't gonna be able to fight. We're going to spend for Red Rampage on them.
Okay. Let's see it. You should be able to do this.
Yeah, they've already got lethal hits because of Lamarnes. They skip, so this just gives them +1 to wound. So this is 28 swings. Full rerolls. Lethal. And 4s. That is going to be 16 AP2 damage 2 on your tank commander.
Don't worry, Tank Commander. You'll be fine.
Let's see a whole bunch of 4s. You're 2 more.
Oh,
got
no.
him.
You're rolled so bad. Oh, too bad. Oh, well.
Oh, gosh.
Cool. I'll just do this. Just kind of pile towards the puck. Some free movement. Where we can take it. And the captain and friends are just gonna try and murder this red Bogren. They'll also pop Red Rampage. Captain. I need to put 1 more dice in here because he charged. And 2s. 3 on your involved.
4s. 6s. I think he's gone. Oh no, he's at 1.
You very well may be. Unless I do that. I should be re-rolling those with the wounds for the captain.
You reroll wounds.
Yeah,
We'll see what matters here. There's one. There's one of them
assault
left.
intercessors reroll wounds, but 7 saves from the chain swords. It probably is not going to matter.
Doesn't matter.
Cool. You can go ahead and fight me back.
Okay, so I got 5 dudes in there. That is 20 attacks. Hitting on 2s. And hitting on 3s. God, so many failed saves. 10. AP1, 2 damages.
I'll lose my 2 idiots.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn. I'll score 5 and 7.
Ooh, nice.
And I'll pass turn to you.
7 from...
I killed 2 tanks.
You did kill 2 tanks. Ooh, nice.
I wasn't expecting to get both of them. I was going to be happy with 1.
And the
Yeah.
Ogrins are locked in combat. They didn't kill the captain. Oh, no. I think that might do it, chat. I think that flashback... Yeah. Oh, actually, well, Kogo's still going to score a 10. And he's in good spots to score secondaries. And there's not too many amazing secondaries that we have drawn for
I don't know.
Kogo.
You've only got 8 cards in your discard pile.
Or that we have left
You've
for
been playing with half a deck.
flashback. We'll see what we get.
Holy shit.
Where are the rest of your cards? Oh, they're over here. You never put them. You never put them in your deck.
Oh.
You had half your cards out of your deck.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Wow, what a mess. What a mess. Well, let's just pull these in and just pull from here, I suppose. How do I do this? Can I put them like this?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, because only playing with half a deck is kind of the issue.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a bunch of bad ones in those, like assassination behind enemy lines, bring it down.
I was wondering where those were. Let's see how this turns out, and then okay.
Yeah, we'll step in if it gets super close. It might be a close finish.
Homers.
And we'll just see how it ends out. Homer's Storm. It's actually not a great one. Yeah, I guess he could storm by taking that objective, but it's physically impossible because there's infiltrators there. So, yeah, I think that is not a possible objective. So he could new orders.
So you get the 10, and you're gonna get the 10. Nothing I can do about that. You can't burn something at this point.
Nope.
So it really comes. So these guys are in combat, so I can't.
Yeah, I don't. I guess the one thing that he could do is bring the riders in and charge the Death Company and get a big hit on them and clear most of them and take the objective. That would be the one way to get Storm. The deploy is an auto 5. But there's nothing that can touch the home objective there, and Flashback doesn't have any other ones.
All right. Well, I will tell Bulgrins to fix bayonets. Tell Earthshaker to shoot better. Kazurkin will tell themselves to get move. And I guess these Death Cores will tell themselves to take cover.
Or maybe the Kazurkin could roll like a huge charge.
And then these Lord Solar dudes will tell themselves to take cover. And then let's see what a Battle Shock with the Marshals. They're okay.
Hey, they made it.
Letting the opponent decide which half of the deck you pose from work.
The Bulgarians,
They're fine. These guys.
I mean, I guess so.
9, is that even chargeable?
But I think, to be fair,
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold by that.
the fixed objectives tend to be slightly better late game, I think, on the whole. It's like killing stuff. Like, if he had pulled Assassination this round, when he was like standing in front of the Space Marine captain that was engaged with an entire Bulgarian unit, that would have been kind of a problem, right? As it stood, he didn't pull great ones just based on the game state, but like, I think you would rather like have, have those objectives not even be in there until the late game anyway. So you never want to like have it be a situation where the players have any control over what they can decide, because then it's gameable. I've definitely made that mistake. It's just like it's an idiosyncrasy of TTS though. If you forget to hit flip on your tacticals at the beginning of the game, they just won't, the fixed won't shuffle. And if you don't notice it, like it's just sitting there. They're just sitting there for the entire game. It's a little annoying. Or if you move them to make space. I think that's what happened, is that Kogo just like put his army there and then moved them out of the way. Yeah. It's just a thing. If that ends up deciding the game, then well,
He blows up.
we might flip the score, but we'll see.
Yeah, he does.
Again, he didn't draw good secondaries out.
Triple sixes.
Triple. Okay.
What are you?
All right. This guy will have to stay in here. If I move, you can Overwatch me. with the Redeemer. I don't think I can move. I think they just have to just do the teleport homering.
Oh, the ghosts aren't doing the homers?
Oh, that's right. I get more points if I do it in your backfield.
Yeah, I thought I thought that's why you put them back there.
I do that to attack and try to get a 9-inch charge here.
Oh, it's a 12-inch charge because
Oh
they're
yeah, it's
those are
for those
infiltrators.
infiltrators.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Coco did mention before the stream too that he got stuck at the airport yesterday and had to red eye flight last night, so he's like operating on like 2 hours of sleep or something. So he's very tired right now, which I think is we're seeing the results of a little bit. Yeah, I don't think there's a charge on those guys.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah, I think that storm that was a really bad draw in that storm. I don't think that was possible.
This is the only charge I could make on 11. That's right.
Does like Lord Solar have a charge on the Death Company? Moves 15 with move.
All right, let's
get him. I don't think he makes it.
I guess you haven't pulled Assassinate yet.
I have not.
Which could happen there. All right, let's just.
I think we forgot the Rough Riders also.
The giant Death Corps unit, Death Company unit is 5. It's 2 more, 7. Oh, it's maybe just 1 more, 6. 1 hit, 1 lethal. 2 at AP2, 2 damage.
4 ups. Make them both.
Let's shoot the Psyker at the Rhino.
Sure.
Supercharged. Why not? Oh, 9. He's pissed. It's on to because +1 to hit. Strength 6 with +1 to wound is force, so it's 5 at AP2, 2 damage into the Rhino.
All right. 4 ups. Take 3. What's the damage?
2 damage each.
Down to 1.
Can I flamer you? Yeah. Is big 6 auto hits. 1 EP0, 1 damage.
Dies.
Oh.
Doesn't explode.
Okay, so these guys here are doing the teleport home
Mighty
ring.
las gun.
And then that is, I'm not even worried about shooting that stuff. So then let's try this Kazrakin charge on the infiltrator. Respectable, but not enough.
It's like a literal 11 or 12.
I need big money. No.
That would have been nuts.
Well, I could have. Oh my god, dude! I could have recharged. I haven't recharged the Richard.
The Rough Riders. The Rough Riders.
All right, that's all that. We'll charge my.
What did you need to recharge?
I could have changed out the secondaries for CP earlier, but I also forgot to do that because my brain's not working. And Bulgren, just fight the captain. Not gonna charge anything.
Captain fights first because I charged you. Ongoing combat. I have priority.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. You certainly do. God damn, dude, it's getting sloppy.
All good, dude. Just 2 saves.
2 saves. Fine.
Cool.
And then they're gonna punch your brains in. Is 20 attacks.
Bonk.
Sorry, chat. This is just not a good one. 15 saves AP1, 2 damage.
15 4-ups. Should be dead here. He's very dead.
Smite it into the stratosphere.
Can I come in and touch you? I can. So at the end of that, I'll get 5 for deploy, none for storm hostile, and that'll be 76 is what I can do.
Alright, let's see what I got for secondaries.
Yeah. Should be
Overwhelming force
fine.
and investigate signals. Investigate signals is going in.
Yeah, that's a bad draw.
Something better. Defend stronghold. Cool, that's easy.
That's an auto pass.
Yeah, so you'll get the 10, and then you'll be able to get at least the 3. And then if you get overwhelming force, then you win.
Yeah, I need to kill a single unit.
That's on an objective, which is the Bullgrin.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Basically, I think we just have to make the charge
Or-
between the Death
Or
Company and the
Solar's
Bullgrin.
unit. Good thing I didn't charge those Kriegers in there.
It's-
Oh, and they're
my
-2.
god.
Huh!
I think it's gonna.
That was not the best draw in the world.
Man, you're
I
gonna
saw
need
the
10 on
defense
that
stronghold.
dice.
I was like, that should be fine. You only have to make 1 point more. Nope. It was worse.
Alright, the Redeemer will just put all of its shots into the Bullgrin. Glamour's Oath is going on the Bullgrin for whatever it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little dangerous. I guess the first guy to die has to be the dude in the back here. So it doesn't change the charge until the second
9
guy
saves.
9 saves.
dies. Oh my god.
Fail a whole bunch. 6. I lose.
Did Redeemer attack last turn?
In melee? Yeah, I didn't do anything, right?
Uh,
I'll spend a CP and reroll one of these. Nope. So
Turns
these are
out-
2 failed saves and then 2 dev wounds. So I have 4 fail no pains to give
Land
you.
Raider Redeemers do lots of damage, chat.
Okay.
Storm
Guys.
Bolter. All of them hit. 1 wound.
Okay. Okay.
And
Continue not
then
Any
the
saves?
The multi-melta.
Does this?
Hit.
Does he just die?
I'll reroll that 1. Do a 1. Cool. 1 save.
Does he just
4+.
die to the Land Raider shot? Oh, he lives. Oh, he rerolled the save. No! He pulled out a melee. You could Not rerolling that one was a little bit sloppy. I think we could have tank shocked. Because he pulled out of melee. But I guess he
See
didn't.
if I can kill you in melee with
He
a
wasn't sure at that point.
full wound vertical.
The tank shock might have done it.
So you're on the, you're touching the objective. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Force.
He flashback spent it to re-roll a wound roll from the
freeze.
multi-melta.
4 saves.
Could still happen. No. Rip.
And 6s. Take 2.
That's what we call an overwhelming force.
Wow.
Nuts. That was a
Um,
crazy end of that game.
So like, how do we deal with the whole like you were playing with half a deck thing?
Yeah, I think, putting that aside, right, I think you get 75 points.
Yeah.
Right? So I think I made that's a pretty big mistake, man. So I'm happy to, like, concede the game and give you the win. If Trevor's cool with that, I don't know if there's another penalty or thing I got to take, but that was a pretty stupid mistake. I don't know
Yeah.
what
No,
I was
that's,
thinking.
that's fine with me. That definitely happens. Like I've literally done that before too. It's just if you move the cards or don't flip the tacticals when you click start game, then they'll just sit. They'll just sit like next year.
I thought that it was like extra cards that weren't like it was still a full deck up there. I didn't
Right.
realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's impossible to know until you get down to it. Until you're down at the last couple of
Until
cards, and you're like, how come
Fucking
I only
turn
have 2?
5.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, uh-oh.
You're like, hold up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Oh,
and the
man.
unfortunate part about it is I think that the tacticals tend to be pretty good in the late game too. So it's like it's a hard thing to fix. So
Yeah. So I'm happy
Um,
to just give you the win there.
yeah, if you want, yeah, we could just flip the scores. Obviously, it ends up being 1 point.
Oof, man.
What a game, guys! That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Volgren are fucking tough. Those boys are thick.
They are thick.
Tough boys.
That's why they do that.
They absorb a lot of damage.
Man, I just need to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a good nap for sure.
Yeah.
That was an awesome game to watch. So Kogo, thank you for coming on. Congratulations to both of you for playing a sweet game. It was super fun to watch. I really like this version of Master Militarum. Feels very interactive.
Yeah, no,
Much
I
more fun
love
to play against. I'll say that.
I love it.
Definitely.
I love this list.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah. Super cool.
Way better than artillery spam. Although I'm thinking, like, I don't know if like the Krieger brick makes sense. I maybe drop that for like keep the Psyker and do a Militarum Scion in the Torox Prime Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually 25 points less. I don't think I need more beef like the 20 model does with beef. I think I need another punchy unit, or like a unit that can do damage.
Yeah.
And that frees up 25 more points.
More Casterkin would also probably just be like generally good, right? Because like those guys are great.
You know, maybe it's like, do I need 18 Bulgar? Maybe I can do 6, 6, and 3, and then that would give me enough points to squeeze in another Kazrakin unit. Yeah.
Casterkin seem good, especially when you can bring them back.
They do, but Rough Riders, man, like you can really see them, I think, in this game, but Rough Riders, I don't leave home without one unit of 10.
This was kind of a toxic matchup for Rough Riders for sure.
Yeah.
Just like Mass, 2 damage flamers.
Rough Riders hate Flamestorm flamers.
Yeah.
Oh man, but in every game leading up to this final, like I went first in most games, and then they were like charging shit, move blocking shit, and then you can just recycle. That's the thing, though. Recycling them is less valuable than Kazrakin because they just basically got to hit a 9-inch charge. Kazrakin can at least shoot you, do something on the recycle before they hit a 9-inch charge.
Yeah.
So I used to run 2 units of 10 horses, and that's way too many. And the 5-man can't survive by itself, so you really do need the 10. I love that unit. And then just the one slowdown gun. I just need one artillery piece just to have a slowdown button. It's 15 points cheaper than a Basilisk, so it can squeeze in a little extra. I dig it. But man, everything Blood Angels touches dies pretty much.
Not demolishes apparently.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a wild. Yeah, that was a wild thing.
That was a little greedy by me into like really good saves by you though. Like I should have just red rampaged them, but I was like doing quick math in my head and I was like, I think I can clip this thing out without red rampage here. I think if I give them lethals, I think that thing's just dead.
Yeah, for sure.
But I had other things that I wanted to hit, so I was like, I'll gamble over here, and I just should not have.
Well,
especially because that thing does a ton of work.
Yeah, it does. It does a good bit of work.
In my head, I had forgotten that it ignores the
penalties.
the minus one to hit in melee. I knew it could fire in melee like with the blast weapon. I forgot that it ignores the -1. So when you were like, yeah, it shoots at its normal profile, I was like, oh fuck me.
It's on 3s with lethals. Enjoy this.
God damn it.
Oof. Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. Well, Joey, thanks for streaming.
Yeah, thank you guys for playing. The score is in, so you should be all set.
Awesome.
And thanks to both of you.
All right, I'm a dip out because I am also exhausted. But
cheers.
See you around.
Yeah.
All right, adios,
Have
guys.
a good night, guys. All right, chat. So that is Kogo with the onboard win, but we're going to give it 76-75 to Flashback just because of the card mishap. A 1-point game, you don't really want to be sort of decided by something like that. I wonder if... What if this is the solution, chat? I wonder if you don't shuffle the cards, the opponent chooses the secondaries. Not chooses where they come from, chooses out of the fixed which ones you draw. I wonder if that's maybe a solution. Like, it's very punishing, right? But it's not like you're dead, you know what I mean? I think that might be the way to go. But I think at that point we would have had to look at the deck and what was in it and what could have been drawn, I think, at that stage and seeing if there was any additional points remaining. We're going to do some math, I guess, if Kogo hadn't conceded. But I think that's the right call from Kogo. After a 1-point game like that, you can't just be like, oh, I'll take it. Haha, get wrecked. You know, Kogo's too good of a sportsman for that. And I appreciate him for that. And I appreciate Flashback for being a sweet guy about it, too. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be the line. I'll put it in, honestly, I think I codify it in the rules document and just say, if you accidentally do this, this is the solution. Is it in the thing? Yeah, okay, cool. New deck. It is... Oh, no, that's not the deck. No! There's no deck. Alright, I'll figure it out later. I think I have a deck saved somewhere. Oh, here it is. Ta-da! Yeah, it is 16. And of those, 6 are fixed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So you could theoretically play through 5 rounds without hitting any fixed. Which is a little bit awkward. Because what you don't want to have happen is to create a situation where one player notices they haven't shuffled their objectives, but, like, deletes them or something and is like, oh, you know... Like, if you create it, if you make it too punishing and they notice they do it, then they just don't want to ever do it. Well, I guess it's 7. So you'd get 1 in 5 rounds, which is pretty impactful, but I don't know. Like, the timing of the you know, when the re-rank occurs matters a lot, and that's sort of problematic. Just let the opponent pick from the worst spot. So yeah, what I'm considering though, chat, is that like if you make that mistake, right, and it says, like I guess you could have the opponent pick like whichever is left out of tacticals, and then or whatever is out of fixed. The issue with picking wholesale is that, like, if you notice the mistake early, you're then disincentivized from reporting it, you know what I mean? I think it's that your opponent picks your next draw, and then you shuffle. Is probably the way to... It's still a problem if you let it stew until end of 4. Well, if your opponent picks your round 5 draws, if it's always one turn, then you know you're going to get fucked one turn, basically, right? And oftentimes, if you get fucked on your final round, then it's even worse for you. You know, we could almost not have picked 2 worse secondaries or at least it might have been two really like worse secondaries for Flashback to draw that turn, because the only one that he could have scored reasonably was the one that doesn't score him enough points for him to win. I guess like Investigate Signals is what he drew, which was really bad. And then you just say you can't new orders them, and then that's probably the way to go. I feel like that's the solution. And if they don't notice until the end of the game, like, I don't know, I can't really help you. That might be what I go. I'll think about it. It's an interesting thought experiment. All right, chat. Anyway, thanks for watching. This game was sweet. All the players were sweet. Obviously, that just do what GW does, roll a d6. Yeah, just roll off. Roll off for whatever. I'll be live. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to be super busy tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to be on. But I will be live on Saturday and Sunday over at the Midgard GT. That is a big GT. It's going to be very competitive. It has some of the most... actually, Flashback's going to be there. Literally is going to be at the tournament. So congratulations to him. Hopefully he can keep the winning streak up. We are going to be... It's probably one of the toughest metas in sort of the northeast area of the 40K, for 40K of the US. So it's going to be some super high competitive games, and I'm going to be live all day Saturday and Sunday with that. So please come hang out with me over there. That's on YouTube. It is listed on the calendar right now, and I really appreciate it. Anybody tuning into the stream or donating and all that stuff helps me get out there because I'm not getting anything reimbursed from these guys. So anyway, thanks everyone, and I will see you on Saturday. And let's go raiding before we go too far. Anybody alive doing stuff? I'm kind of hungry. Why am I hungry? I ate earlier. Looks like we have... Oh, no. Can't raid film strips. They're not allowing raiders. Oh, do I just have this bug where I can't raid anyone? Well... We might not re-raiding, chat. I will raid someone. Impending Duff. We like Impending Duff. Will it let me? Yay! Alright, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. We're going to raid, and I'll see you later. Cheers.